Let's do it live. Do it live. We're early. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Boomerang. Hold on. Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to Iraqi prison cell. I've bothered it of ruin for the week. So, yes, Mr. Brown. Hello everybody. This is Brune. What's today's date? It is Sunday. Oh my God. Sunday, September 21 in the year of our Lord 2025. You know what that means, don't you, folks? It means autumn is here in the Northern Hemisphere. More importantly, spring has arrived if you're in the Southern Hemisphere. And on that bombshell, shall we get the guests out? You know it. Let's do this. Okay. First up, he's just dropped a super chat. It is old Panda Bear himself with his cigar, global warming, and all that malarkey. It is. I look like a Sama. Okay. It is Mr. Phobos.
Happy 300, Mr. Brown. That is awesome and amazing. Congratulations.
Well, it's episode 300, but obviously we've done lots of other stuff.
Yeah, I know.
I think we're about 580 at the moment.
Also, I don't think the Target bullseye registered that. What a sorry about that. I was trying to get you over your goal today.
Sorry. Anyway, how are you doing, fella?
It's kind of an intense morning with the memorial, but I would the timer's off. Hail chat. It's kind of been an intense week, but hanging in there.
Alex Ashkan wrenched, not for much longer. 300. Brune, look like it. Cheers, pal. This is what 5 years of streaming does to you.
I guess we should say, this is Sparta, and do a lot of slow-mo.
It is.
In the stream.
Slow. What do have you want? Shall we get the
yeah,
get the next person on?
I want to say your lighting looks fantastic, but
I just need to buy I'm working on it. Get a light for the prison walls, but anyway. It's great to have you on, mate.
Great to be here. Who's next?
Okay, we'll stay over stateside. It is the channel's very own Astromech droid. It is.
Hello, Brown. Hey, do you remember the 21st night of September?
I do.
Love was changing the minds of pretenders.
I do. It was 12 hours of day, 12 hours of night. Allegedly.
Da
of September, never can remember.
There's literally one day a year you can remember Earth, Wind, and Fire, and that's today.
So yes, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yes. It's been a while. How are you doing, fella?
Oh, I'm doing well. Yes. Doing well.
Was Earth, Wind, and Fire, was it 21st September?
Yeah, the song September is the night of the 21st of September is the date that is in that song. Yeah.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
It just didn't register for the moment.
Well, that's okay. Most people don't register any of the lyrics because it's just bad.
Anyway, it's great to have you on, mate. I think.
Good to be here.
Okay, shall we get the next person on? It's your pal.
Should we get him on, please?
Your pal.
Oh.
We've not seen him for a while.
Is it a shiny golden pal or a knitted one?
It's a
knitted.
Pal on a bun.
Hello.
Price have risen.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Price. Where have you been? We've missed you.
Well, I'm happy to be back.
I'm happy that you're back.
I don't think anybody noticed that I wasn't here, actually.
They did. We all had a good time.
That's why I was thinking not even to come back. I figured you were having such a good time.
We all had the time of our lives, mate.
Well, sorry, I'm going to put a damper on everything today then.
Somebody's got to. How are you doing? Yes, good.
I'm doing okay, yeah.
On that bombshell. Should we get the next peep out?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Okay.
May I have some more, please, sir?
No. Okay. I don't know. Listen, we're going to London. I'm torn. Which guest should I go for? Should we go?
I would.
Ugh.
Meat-based product, perhaps.
I would save the bun for last with the
Oh,
blow
okay.
up doll. Yeah, let's save
Okay,
the blow up doll for
I
last.
will save the very, very handsome, good-looking one for last. Yes.
Ouch.
Okay. So
Ouch.
next up, it is. And he's muted.
Sorry.
You're right, Ian.
Yeah, I'm all right.
What are you eating?
Doritos.
Flavor?
A blue, boring one. You're still lovely, though.
No dips.
Nah, I can't stand putting my Doritos in a dip. How's it going, Price? I ain't seen you in ages.
Yeah, it's okay.
Good
Return.
stuff. He returns.
I was just saying to Price, we had a great time without him, didn't we, Ian?
That's not true. Yeah. Now you were missed, mate. You were missed, definitely.
Vex
no.
Electronic, here you go. Look, Camera Brune, yes. Hi, Vex. Great stream today, Vex.
I didn't see Vex one. I've got to catch up with it soon, I guess.
I feel like Vex doesn't talk to me anymore.
She
just
doesn't like you. Yeah, she told us all. Yeah.
Don't
She
like
said-
you at all.
No,
Yeah, she specifically set up a group chat saying, I do not like Price anymore.
Yeah.
That's
No, it-
happened to me before.
It's just every time she talks to you, she goes to sleep. So
It's
I
not the
do
only
like-
one. And on that bombshell, Ian, it's great to have you on. There is another.
Yep, there is. And he's in my neighborhood as well. Lives in my neighborhood.
There can be only one. And somebody mentioned Earth, Wind and Fire, Phil Bailey, Phil Collins, 1985. She's an easy
Easy
lover. She'll get a hold of you, believe
believe
it. Like no other.
And that's
Good
where
stuff.
my words fail me. Kung Fu, how you doing, fella?
I've been up since 6 this morning
What?
to work on 3 videos, all completed. One wasn't planned, but I shot it in 10 minutes and did all the editing in about half an hour. That was for The Long Walk. How much I hated that movie. But
You
the 2
worked
that
far
follow that
too
video
hard.
tonight will be much better.
You work far too hard. Is it good for the algorithm? How's the channel going?
It has actually gained me about 40, 45 subs in about 2 weeks. So I'm not complaining. So it's fine. I have seen some of my old videos from incognito mode of mine being recommended by YouTube, which I thought was very funny. Drink had talked about that this week.
Same
and it
here
happened
as
to
well.
me.
Some of my
Yeah.
really from back in the ether
Yeah.
seem to be hitting the algorithm for some reason. So if you do content now, the content you're producing now will probably hit the algorithm in about, 3 years?
Probably, yes.
So welcome to Musings 300, which is from 3 years ago. But Kung Fu, great to have you on, my friend.
Thanks for having me back on.
Shall we do this? I think we
Nah.
should.
No,
Good night,
okay.
good
Yeah,
night,
no.
everybody. See you next week. Okay, chat. we
Whatever
can
you
see
say, Brown.
Good evening, chat. Let me get some. Let me get some stuff up. Good evening, chats. Wow, can you believe it? 300 episodes. Obviously not. Okay, 300. Indeed. Please like, share, subscribe.
You didn't put that comma, did you?
Oh, it was kicking off in the chat about that actually.
Yeah.
Saying that we should stick to the Queen's English and not this bastardized. Yeah.
Mm.
The American
With
comma.
or without the Oxford comma, it's always the question. Yes.
So you go, Gavin Blackburn, love you, man. Wrenched. Keep the old formats.
It's funny because when I get assisted by Grammarly, when I'm writing
What?
an email, it always tells me to put a comma before the word and. Always. No matter what the sentence is. It's really weird. So is that an American thing?
Yeah, adding the Oxford comma is or the quote unquote serial comma is supposed to be more clear that that it's a list, and that share and in this instance share and subscribe would be two different things as opposed to just one thing squeezed together, where both would be required.
Violetta says only in US English.
Yeah, British English is less common, but yeah, that's
yeah, because that's right. The Americans invented the language, didn't they?
We did indeed, yes. Well, we may not have invented it, but we did perfect it. So you're welcome.
What's this?
Okay, for one night only. Who remembers this?
I remember it.
Oh, yes, I do.
From the creator of Sin City 300.
Oh, saw it at the IMAX.
This
I thought it was-
is Sparta.
So
I
good.
thought it
That's when Zack Snyder, when he was in his absolute prime. When I
It
thought
was
about
okay.
James Cameron.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
his-
that good. It was okay, I thought.
Would
I
you
wasn't
like
blown
some
away by it.
very sobering something? 19 years ago.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
His prime only lasted 2 movies, but
19 years ago.
when you were still allowed to make movies full of testosterone
Yeah.
and boobies.
and boobies.
Watchmen was also good.
Yes.
That's
it
his
was.
other.
Oh, that's the
prime.
second one. Okay.
Yeah.
Vex Electronica wrenched.
I agree.
300, is it?
I
agree.
thought Vex would have been wet from like the first 10 minutes. Just
Once she found out all the abs were airbrushed, it totally.
A few of them
yeah,
were, yeah.
Yeah.
Khalid Sawar wrench. Oh, mate. 300 is a guilty pleasure.
no, it's not a great piece of cinema, but it is a very enjoyable movie and a good comic book adaptation. And it's fun. I'm not going to say it's up there with The Godfather. It's not that, but it's a fun film.
Didn't the personal trainers invent a new training regime for this movie? The 300 workout,
Don't know.
They did.
where you had to do 300 reps pretty much straight off the bat. And it was a killer workout.
Didn't they spray paint abs on them or something?
Yeah, some of them.
They did, yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger called it out as well, didn't he?
Apparently, all the actors who starred and who did the training regime, there was only one actor that actually completed it. It was so tough.
Gerard Butler, was it?
No, he didn't do it. No.
The Australian guy. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, only one of the actors completed it. It was so tough.
Gerard Butler's a bit of a bloaty now, isn't he?
Well, you mean middle-aged spread?
He has chunked up a bit. Yes.
Yeah.
I have to say
Men
that
of Thieves.
I've met Gerard Butler twice, and I have to say that he was really nice on both, relatively nice on both occasions.
Interesting.
You keep dropping names here, Price.
It's the truth,
Dropping
though.
names.
There's a name dropper, isn't he? Okay, we've got a
Name
quick
dropper.
Quick super chat. Mega Fireman wrenched €5. Happy 300th, Mr. B. Thank you. Good to see you get so far. Nice background, Miami Vice. Fave question already. Fave Terrence Stamp role or film or show. Plus, why that?
He asked us last time, didn't he?
No. This is
we
Terrence
did.
Stamp.
Oh, is it? 'Cause, yeah, we said the limey. Remember somebody
we?
asked the same question. Yeah.
Okay, well, he's
said
paying
limey.
$5, so we'll answer it again.
Officer Deja, Agent Vu. Haven't we been here before?
I do like him in as General Zod.
I like him in Young Guns, which I have now, and Young Guns 2 on Blu-ray. Very, very happy about that.
You know what? I like him in that film. I can't remember what it was called. The one with Matt Damon and those people with the hats.
Damon.
And then they
The
put,
Adjustment
Yeah,
Bureau.
that's it. Adjustment Bureau. Yeah, he was good in that.
He's always good. I mean, for me, I always remember General Zod, but I've never seen a movie that he was in that I'm like, oh, he phoned it in. He was a really good actor.
Yeah. I figured, Ian, I figured your favorite would have been Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
That
Actually,
wasn't
I did like that film. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad movie. There's
It's
a
not,
little
actually.
known Tom Cruise movie called Valkyrie, and Stamp
Yeah.
was
movie,
amazing
that.
in it. Yeah, his performance. I mean, he's sort of like Hackman and Michael. His performance is always good, but he was bloody revelatory in that movie. Just amazing. So
It's lucky
I think
because
with Gene Hackman, he never rang in a performance. He was always just on the top of his game.
that's because he was a natural. That's why.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman's a natural.
and
Yeah.
I rather
Like,
enjoyed
he
him
was
in
broadcast school.
Mm.
I rather enjoyed Terrence Stamp in Young Guns. So
Yes.
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
not really his movie, but
Kung Fu
No.
said that. Yeah, yeah. I tell you what, though, he was lucky. Him, Michael Caine, John Barry. They were all shared flats and rooms and stuff like
Wow.
that. Who would have thought that all of them would have been famous when they started off? Crazy, isn't it? So
And Michael Caine's making a comeback at 92.
He is, yes.
I
I
think
saw
he's got
that, yeah.
AI assistance with
Yeah,
it
I
or
saw that.
something. Yeah. Crazy, man.
do you
Okay.
remember the Val Kilmer movie Red Planet?
yes,
Yes,
where they
I
go to
do,
Mars?
but I haven't seen it for a long time.
He was very good in that too.
Oh, right. I'll have to check it out.
Okay, we've got another super chat. It's the Phobos Ranch Will Spot $5. Happy 300 Brune. Awesome. 9 more to go from Bullseye.
Well,
you
little
know-
did I know it's broken.
Do you know what, Bryce? I actually met Terrence Stamp, but not met him. Where I think I've told this story before. Me and my brother, we used to play this game called "What does that person look like a star?" So we'd be on the bus, and we'd say, "Oh, that guy looks like Clint Eastwood," or whatever, and we laugh because they hardly look like them. And then my brother said, "That the guy looks like Terrence Stamp," and
And
it
it was.
was Terrence Stamp. Yeah, on the bus. It was on the bus.
Jesus.
He actually turned around and looked at us when we were laughing.
Yo.
Yeah, so there you
Jeez.
go. Yeah.
How's about that for a name drop? Gavin Blackburn Wrenched. Love you, man. £2. Happy 300th. Thank you, my friend.
He was also in a He was also in a movie with Bridget Bardot and Jane Fonda called Spirits of the Dead. Sort of it's much older, but it's definitely worth checking out. Kind of along the Barbarella lines a little bit.
Oh, cool. Never heard of it. Thank you for the suggestion.
It's like the supernatural version of Barbarella.
Wow. Well, Barbarella, we go back a long way.
Fat Lobber Wrench. $20. 20 pounds.
20
Super sticker.
pounds.
Cheers, Fats. Appreciate that, mate. Have we got any others? Here we go.
More pot noodles.
Gonna buy some beef and tomato this week. Romeo Tango November Zulu Wrenched. Wolf Spot, $2 New Zealand. Chuck Norris won a staring contest with the sun. He always does. Tell you what, I'm gonna leave the other super chats for a moment. Shall we get on with this then, folks? Or we'll be just bogged down. Which is a good
Sure,
place
yeah.
to be with super chats. Cheers, folks. Okay, let's
Oh, God.
Right, going to sleep now.
Oh, jeez.
Peacemaker.
Dave Bautista, you dodged a bullet, mate.
Who's still watching?
Unfortunately,
Not
I
me. I
am.
don't even know what's going on there.
It's just
I-
utter shite, really.
I almost feel like watching it to see how shite it is, but I can't find the time in my schedule for it. It's true. That's the truth. I'm not even making that up.
Did something happen this week? Do we know?
Who cares?
Yes, they now
Something kind of happened, didn't it?
they opened the door last episode. Now they closed the door. That's what they did.
What, somebody came out of the closet?
No, that'll
so
be
does
next week, probably.
I just don't understand the whole Michael Rooker subplot with the Eagles. It's just freaking ridiculous.
Oh,
it didn't
no, they
belong
dragged
in there.
Rooker into it. Jeez.
It was just
Oh.
he just wanted somebody. He just wanted his best mate to be in the movie.
Yeah, I think it was just padding it out, but otherwise, because there's enough material in this for maybe 2 or 3 episodes, really. So they're really having to stretch it out. Now, there are a few positive things. I still think Tim Meadows is hilarious whenever he's on screen.
Yeah,
I'm
fantastic.
kinda
Yeah,
laughing.
yeah, yeah.
And I, as much as I maybe not love Jennifer Holland, she really does show her range when she's playing the multiverse version of herself. Because I thought she really only had one mode, but she can actually play a real girl too. It was kind of refreshing to see. But the thing that bothers me the most is that this is the centerpiece of the DC universe. This is where Superman lives. If this was a separate thing cut off from everything else, I think it would be better accepted. Also, John Cena is just looking worn out, rode hard and put to bed wet. And I cannot get past his China apology where he just got on his knees and sucked all of China's cock. I just
James Gunn has no respect for the characters that he's using from DC, nor does he have any respect for the audience. So he can fuck off.
You're exactly right with that.
That's a
From the hip, everybody.
Yeah, sorry, carry on.
That's a perfect, concise description of his attitude. It's James Gunn. James Gunn presents Peacemaker's James Gunn. You nailed it, Ian.
James Gunn presents James Gunn.
James Gunn likes to brainwash his own actors and actresses. That's what he's doing. Hey, Cena, do you want to do a bisexual orgy? It's almost like he's in an adult movie rather than a TV show on HBO Max.
With the show, what's happened so far, obviously not a lot has happened, but what stuck in my craw was the unnecessary orgy scene. It just tarnished what we had with season 1.
Look, the left is all about the perversion, the perversion of sex, and also trying to destroy Christianity, and also trying to destroy our entertainment. That's what they're doing. Ignore them. Don't watch their shit. Move along. That's what I say.
Just put the degeneracy in there everywhere you possibly can.
Absolutely. It's really.
Has David Corenswet appeared in his show yet?
Not yet.
But he will.
Come in.
It's really simple though. The band broke up. Waller got fired. His flag took over. He found out that Peacemaker killed his kid. They were following him. They arrested him. They beat him up. They let him go. In the meanwhile, he discovered a multiverse in his closet where the world apparently is better than the one he's in. And everyone's a miserable, sad sack piece of shit that does drugs and drinks too much. And that's basically all of it.
Do you think the universe that he's gone into is the one we've just seen with the Superman movie? Because I kind of do.
No, I think it's a white supremacy world where there's no black people.
Hey, sign me up. I'll go there.
Me too.
Okay. So...
But Brown, you're right. It never occurred to me. Maybe he's going into the DCU instead of leaving it. I honestly, I
think that's what's happening. I think they're going into the DCU.
Oh, I have a theory, guys.
You go.
Oh, going in.
Well, Paramount and Netflix are both bidding to buy Warner Brothers out. The rumor is if Netflix win, they're going to bring back the DCEU. So that could mean James Gunn might be out. So maybe this crash and burn with Peacemaker season 2 could be the reason. Or Paramount Plus buys in, and maybe James Gunn still has his job for now, but maybe over the course of the next few months or whatever, they might give him the old walk the plank.
Oh, if we got a Henry Cavill All-Star... Sorry. If we got a Henry Cavill All-Star Superman, I would be over the moon, man. That would. But
Henry's tied to Warhammer 40k and Highlander, so even if that call came, he wouldn't jump ship and do that. So I agree with you. All-Star Superman Henry Cavill, that will be the biggest meltdown in geek history that happened.
It's not going to happen, though. It's not going to happen.
I don't think. I don't think. I'm not expecting any of that to happen. Not immediately. Even if let's say, what'd you say?
Carry on.
Even if let's say Paramount or somebody else buys Warner Brothers, I think, and this is my instinct, they will let the things that are planned now play out until 2027.
Yes.
They'll let the Man of Tomorrow and Supergirl happen. There's no way to turn back the clock on those. They're not going to write them off. They'll let that take place. Maybe the Man of Tomorrow kind of sums up whatever this quote-unquote Superman saga is that now James Gunn is blabbing about. They'll then let Matt Reeves make his second Batman because the first one made money. Penguin brought awards. They have no reason not to let him make the second one. And after 2027, if they don't like the results there, then they can decide what they want to do. Now, at that point, will there ever be a person that says, hey, maybe we can try bringing back Cavill? I would never say never, but I don't think that that's anybody's, in my opinion, first order of business.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
I want to make a hot take, right? And if this happens, if this happens, then you could definitely say it was the Mega Geek that said it. I reckon in the next 10 years, maybe less, maybe 7, DC and Marvel's going to team up, and they're going to do Spider-Man versus Superman.
What?
If they do that, they would break the fucking bank if they do it right. Now, you may say that there's 2 companies and they won't team up, but if you look at Tower Inferno, the 2 big companies, Warner Brothers and 20th Century Fox, and they had 2 big stars on their side. They had, Paul Newman and Steve McQueen. Steve McQueen was with Warner's, Paul Newman was with 20th Century Fox. They literally signed a deal so both companies could have half the profits of whatever that film make. I reckon this is going to happen. Without Tom Holland, I don't know. With Tom Holland, I don't know. But if they do that, they will break the fucking bank.
They will need a good set of lawyers on both sides because it's going to be, who gets star billing? Because Steve McQueen and Paul Newman, I suspect McQueen wanted his name above Newman's, but in the end, they put them as joint stars, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah. What they usually do is they make one lower than the other, but then there's one that's like the one that's after is higher. There's a way to do this that you'll notice that anytime there's 2 big stars, and I think that it started maybe exactly when you guys said that there's like on the bottom left, it'll be one name, and much higher above that person on the right, it'll be the other one. So then you're thinking, well, one is higher, one is lower, but then one is before the other. And then you're supposed to get confused and not know which is the bigger star. I'm serious. Look at movies. You'll see that happening.
Yeah, that's very contractual, man. Everybody signs their contracts based on where they're going to be on the poster, how big their image is, where their name is. Sometimes they'll do the first name and the second name is second, but slightly bigger font. There's all kind of ways.
Oh my God.
Why? I've got an idea. Why don't the stars change their names to have the same name?
That'll work. That's beautiful. That's perfect.
Thinking. Anyway, okay. Shall we move on from Peacemaker? It's not delivering the goods, is it?
Please.
No, but I just wanted to say one other thing that happened. That
Go on.
Eagly is actually a superhero eagle that's like the king of all eagles, and presumably has some magic powers. Just wanted to, for the comprehensiveness sake.
Okay.
I left
thanks
that
for
out.
saying that. I'll sleep well tonight. Cheers, mate.
I'm glad to be of service always.
Okay. Who is watching Terminal List?
I am.
Dark Wolf.
Absolutely. This was the penultimate episode.
Don't spoil it, because I'm at episode 3 at the moment.
All right. Well, can I tell you what I thought?
Would be a good idea. Yes.
I've never seen such a promising, awesome show that was going so swimmingly well. Completely shit the bed so quickly.
Yikes.
I'm not even going to bother watching the last one.
Good job. I didn't watch it then. Good job.
The plot construction, remember, this is a spy thriller. You're supposed to, everything just completely shat the bed, was thrown out of the window, and lost all semblance of a coherent plot narrative that made any sense. It would be the equivalent of saying, haha, your dog was actually the spy, and he was also the traitor, and he didn't know it, plus your mom is also a spy. And you're like, what the fuck?
And this is why I like Tom Clancy.
Yeah. This.
Oh no!
So it sucks now. I only watched the first few episodes, and I kind of didn't have time for more, but I was going to finish it.
I'd just like to say, Kung Fu, right? Me and you, we kind of live near Battersea Park, right?
That's correct.
And you know what they were shooting in Battersea Park?
Date night.
Don't tell me it's Dark Wolf.
Spider-Man. They were shooting Spider-Man.
You better not be fibbing me. You're
I'm
telling me
not.
Tom Holland was around my way.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Him and Zendaya, where her name is. Listen, right,
Zendaya.
Kidding.
I'm not kidding. It's Dublin for
Dublin.
no.
For Dublin, the Irish Spider-Man.
What's the park in New York?
Central
Central.
Perk.
It was Dublin for that. Battersea Park.
Well, that's yeah. A, I
Sad,
feel
isn't it?
sick, and B, that Battersea Park isn't a doppelganger for Central Park.
It's not. It's not. No.
Dudes all over Battersea
awful.
Park.
Yeah.
God.
So, yeah.
Central Park is very iconic.
Yes,
I don't
it is.
understand how they would try to double for that.
It's very interesting because I've been getting back into Miami Vice recently. I've got the Blu-ray collection, and
nice.
Don Johnson on a podcast had said that somebody was saying to him, "Oh, Michael Mann, Heat, isn't that an effing great film?" And Johnson was like, "Yeah, it's okay." He's like, "Why do you say that?" He's like, "Because that's when Michael Mann was still hungry. That's when he was still on the Kool-Aid." And the reason why I bring that up, because I don't feel excited for Spider-Man anymore. It's meant to be coming out next year. And I know what Don Johnson means. He likes like a film to really grip you. And I'm kind of drifting away from the superhero stuff. I'm kind of getting fatigued from it. And that's why I'm like, my back catalogue of movies now has got things like Judgment Night, Fight or Flight with Josh Hartnett, which was a terrific film, one of the year's best films, actually. And it doesn't get talked about at all. And like old school classics like Carrie back in the day. I'm kind of glad to know that all my collection now is films from like the 70s, 60s, 80s, and 90s. Got the Ghoulies as well for like £6 each on seat. The Ghoulies.
Ghoulies.
Yeah, and you can leave my Ghoulies out of it while you're at it, please. Thank you very much. My prized possessions.
But they've shot Spider-Man there where we are. They also shot the Running Man in the Battersea Power Station.
God, the Running Man.
Yeah, there you go.
I was excited for that, but I'm probably not going to go and watch it either.
Okay.
I'm
Anyway,
sorry. Glenn Powell's character has a DEI wife for a wife. Now get out of here, man, please.
Getting back to Dark Wolf.
Sorry.
Vex Electronic arranged Addis the Phobos EP6 Def introduced.
Oh,
She from China.
introduced.
Character issues as well, but doesn't shit the bed as hard as you are implying.
Well, first, I'm not implying anything. I'm directly stating it. And
Shit.
the plot no longer makes any sense. Israel is on Iran's side. Like, what the fuck?
What?
Man? Yeah, it's crazy.
And the Terminal List, when you watch that, that's really compelling to watch.
It's good.
But when I started watching the first episode of Dark Wolf, I'm like, I don't feel it. Yeah, Chris Pratt comes back as James Reese, but I still don't feel it. You know, when I watch Reacher seasons 1 to 3, it's still great to watch.
Yeah.
It basically pulled a Last Jedi in order to defy expectations.
No.
Everyone did the opposite of what.
No.
Everyone did the opposite of what you think they would do, and it just doesn't make any sense.
I'm
There's
done,
no
bro.
coherence.
I'm signed off.
Did Chris Pratt throw his gun over his shoulder or something in this?
No, it's not
Some
really
titty milk.
No, he was only in the first ep. It's not his show. It's-
Paul Dutch Dicko. Oh, mate. Debbie Does Dallas was filmed in Scunthorpe. Yeah,
I'm sure it was.
Yeah, who put the in Scunthorpe? There's another one.
I know where he's going with that.
Khalid Sawar wrenched Lawrence of Arabia was shot in Rill.
No, it wasn't.
How do you know?
But
Because I know.
strange but true fact, Full Metal Jacket was shot in Putney. That's true.
Well, I was also shot in Battersea Power Station before.
Yeah.
Well, some of it was shot in Battersea Power Station.
Effing love that movie, man. I've got to buy that this week.
Yeah.
Do we know how many episodes of Terminal Lists is left? We're on
Yeah,
6.
There's only one left, and I suppose they could make this one a dream and fix it. I just don't see how.
It's the Taylor Kitsch effect. He's a nice guy, but he does get handed duds to star in. It's
Yeah,
true.
he's awesome in this, and I really like him. And
Yeah, it's been really good.
mean,
I don't know. Well, clearly, I'm somebody else has a different opinion, so you might want to go.
If I may quickly, No. Scum was filmed in Leeds. Yeah, it was, mate.
It was, yeah. Good
I-
film.
I-
Scum.
Where else would you film it?
Yeah, his name checks out.
I had an
Price?
issue. Yeah, I was gonna say that I had an issue with the Dark Wolf show. I mean, I started watching and it seemed okay enough, but for me, one of the problems with these kind of prequels is I know what happens to this character later. So how much am I interested in seeing what happens to him before?
Yeah,
Very
agreed.
good point.
That
very,
really
very
was
good. Very good.
if it was the first series and then you had another one, then at least you could say, well, now I get why this is all happening. But
Yep.
now to just go back and explain this story, and that's really what's kept me from getting really invested in it, because I'm tired of prequels. I feel like I don't always need to know how everybody got from A to B. It was a nice, like, little novelty. Yeah, you know, George Lucas did it in the prequels. Some people like that, some people don't.
Yeah.
Somebody
Well-
is ringing my doorbell. I'll be right back.
Okay, there's a reason this show was done to establish new characters that are going to be showing up in the Terminal List show. I'm thinking they weren't sure if it was going to be a continuing series or not, but there's like 4 characters in this show that are going to be in season 2 Terminal List, and I guess they felt like they needed to introduce them, like Mo and Rafe and Landry and stuff. So.
Okay.
Those
Okay.
are pretty major characters in Terminal List season 2.
The chat is saying that you've spoilt it for them. But anyway,
Oh,
okay.
I'm sorry.
Shall we? This was new out this
Oh
week.
God!
Gen V.
I'm going to flick my period blood on your face. Jesus, give me a break.
Who watched Gen 5?
Not me.
I watched Rocky 5, and that was better than this shit.
Yeah.
I had enough with the boys. Why would I watch?
Yeah,
this
I'm
crap?
not watching this.
I
Why
watched
would
it.
anyone watch
I'm
this?
completely done with this
Why-
whole
why-
series. This whole
Why?
I watched it.
Does the V stand for vagina?
Whatever gave you
No.
that idea?
No, it just stands for V. It's a trans allegory.
Oh, no shit.
All of it.
no.
All of
Is
it.
Eric
just a
Kripke
trans
behind
allegory.
this?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. The guy who gave us the base Supernatural. I know he gave us the boys and then roped in Ackles and Jared Padalecki. Apparently, he's coming into the next season of the boys. And I think the guy that played Castiel, he's in it as well. I'm like, oh, God, he's dragging it. He's putting James Gunn, by the way. He's another one. I'm sure Kripke and James Gunn are buddies on the side, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Jeez.
They've been told to put this stuff in their shows.
Oh, yes, I
because
know.
They're
Yeah.
getting a big paycheck and
Yep.
they can't refuse. And plus, they signed a contract as well.
Well, unless you're a hardcore Christian like Alan Rich, what's his name? Alan
Richardson.
Yeah, that's
Richardson.
it. If you're him and you're a hardcore Christian, that stuff probably gets moved to the side.
Mm.
So your only way to kind of get past that is to become a hardcore Christian.
They're trying to connect this to the. I think they're trying to connect this to the last season of The Boys. And
Oh,
if I hadn't have watched the previous 4 seasons of The Boys, I'm struggling with this. It's just the same stuff every week. It never actually does anything. The plot never really advances. It's just the same, wash, spin, repeat, and all that
Right.
stuff.
By the way, I've got to ask: is the tone of the boys like season 1 was very good, and then obviously
Fantastic.
from season 2 he kind of just started going a bit off the rails? But is the show itself generally unpleasant for the sake of it?
They do a lot of kind of shock stuff, but we've
You
seen
know, like
it.
Train Spotting, where people are just stupid to each other. It is mean. Is it mean spirited like all the way through?
The first season wasn't.
I
Yeah.
think season 1 was okay, but then the success went to their head. And
Yeah.
they said, well, now we can make it really woke. And then
Yeah,
they started
all right.
taking a dump on their viewers. I watched season 2 and kind of wasn't that happy. And by the time season 3 came around, maybe I saw a bit of it, and sometimes you have a show that you're just like, you know what, I don't feel like watching this anymore, and I'm totally okay with it.
Carlos Delfino, hello, mate. It is a disgusting show.
Well, he summed it up then. Thanks, Carlos. Glad I don't have to pay for that shit.
Nobody's watching this stuff anyway. Gen V. Nobody's watching it.
Price, you've obviously ordered takeout. What have you ordered? What are you eating?
Oh, it's a really long story, but this is more like it's more like a sort of like a cake that I'm eating.
Oh, okay.
I'm eating Chinese.
Okay. Shall we? I can't recommend Gen V, folks. Just
Oh, what a surprise! Come on, move along.
Okay.
Screen rant. Oh,
whatever.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh boy!
Alien Earth. Who's still invested in this?
I don't know if invested is the word, but I am still. I am still subjecting myself to this.
Miami Vice 1984. Are you watching this?
I watched the first episode and I thought, okay, when is the real Alien show beginning? Oh, this is it. Oh, Noah Hawley, who was celebrated after what he did with previous shows on Netflix, and now he's swallowed the wrong pill and he's giving us this shit. I think somebody like Mr. H Reviews seemed excited about this show. I don't know.
He was wetting himself.
Yeah.
No, it's not. Listen, guys, it's not that he's deliberately writing this stuff. He's told to write the stuff in the show. Now, look, they offered him a shitload of money, right? And then they say, "Do you want to write this?" And he says, "Yes." And they say, what they say to them is, "You got to include this. You got to work this in the script." And that's what they do.
And they're okay with that, Ian. They do it because they also believe in it.
Exactly.
It's not just that they're paid, though. They would put it in there if they weren't paid to do it.
You reckon?
Oh, absolutely.
Wally?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
There's one other
thing. They would.
There's one other thing. If today, I want to be honest with you, with my where I'm at right now in my career, if Bob Iger walks into my apartment right now as I'm streaming
with cake,
Bob Iger walks in and he says, "Listen, man, I want to give you $10 million, and now
but it's a good story.
You can do this whole project for me. I'm giving you a check for $10 million. It has to have all these Transformers in it and all these like lesbians, and the men are stupid." And I take the check and I say, "No problem, Bobby. It'll be on your desk tomorrow morning."
That's what I'm saying. I think that has a lot to do with it as well. You know, like some like for instance, the guy who directed the last Indiana Jones film, he did a really good job in
James
Logan.
Mangold.
I cannot believe that he's the same person that directed that trash, the last Indiana Jones film.
Here's the thing. Here's the difference.
They paid him a shitload of money.
He would have wanted to do a genuine indie film.
Then
he would have. But I have something to say. If I was in that guy's shoes, or Noah Hawley, or all those people that I already have my millions and millions and millions of dollars, at that point, if Bob Iger walked in, and let's say like my bank account, I'm looking at my balance and it says like $50 million. If Bob Iger walks in and he goes, "I'll give you millions of dollars. Can you do all this stuff with all these Transformers?" I'd say, "Listen, Bobby, this looks really nice, but how about you give me the millions and just let me do whatever I want, because your idea is shit." That's what I could do with $50 million in my bank account. And these guys, once they have all this money, instead of being like, "Okay, let's maybe take a stand and say that this is like this crap," they're just there to take more millions. So maybe it's not fair for me to judge them. I'm not in their shoes, but all I know is that if you already have a name like James Mangold, you won Academy Awards and stuff, I think you can pretty much put your foot down and say, "You know what? This is a piece of crap."
There aren't enough shareholders fighting back against this. You've heard it a couple of years ago where Bob Iger was hijacked in a phone call and somebody said, "Oh, why is Disney so woke?" And apparently he didn't know how to answer the question. What a big shocker.
Yeah, they can't anymore. The shareholders don't have any input anymore. Unless you're a big institutional shareholder with literally billions of dollars in shares, then you have absolutely no say, because the board has been completely captured by Bob Iger. And so the only thing that's left is a shareholder lawsuit, and those are extremely difficult and extremely expensive to do. So yeah, Disney just fails. Disney burns down. That's all. That's all that's left.
Question for price. The chat are asking what cake. Okay.
Well, it's carrot
It's a
cake,
sponge cake.
actually.
It wasn't a trick question.
It's a sponge cake.
Okay. So, did anybody actually watch this Alien
I
Earth?
Sadly, yes, I did.
Okay.
And it continues to be a comedy of errors where every character is the stupidest version of themselves. We get constant idiocy from everyone. And, we still have, yes, we've got, Wendy with her, my little xenomorph, pet xenomorph that she, makes clicky noises at and is now her
What a
little
load
friend.
of shit.
And we get more idiot children in adult bodies making idiotic decisions, and then
Hey, we're not making
paying
friend
for it.
allegories here, are we?
Oh, surely not.
Oh, I like it. My little Xeno, my
My
little
little
Xeno.
Xeno.
Khalid Sawar wrenched. I think this is you, Ian. Every show is shit.
He's not wrong.
So far, yeah. Every show is shit.
So I'd like to ask everybody on the panel who's seen this, what is the most retarded thing that happened in this episode? From
People watching it. People watching it. That's the most retarded
From the hip,
thing.
everybody. From the hip.
Good one.
Okay. Shall we? I've got a slide. I don't know if this is.
Slide it. Oh no! Yeah, I've seen this.
What am I looking
The
at?
fuck it? What?
He's got trainers on. Yeah, Alien's got trainers on.
Yep.
Is he
It's-
taking?
It's Adidas.
He's taking the knee. Oh yeah, I've just noticed the Adidas.
Yeah, his name is Floyd.
They're playing the British national anthem, so he refuses to stand and he's taking a knee. Yeah.
It reminds me of that
There's-
Joe Rogan podcast where somebody was talking about being in this facility where they saw aliens being let out of rooms. And I'm just wondering, is this the missing picture? That is somehow online and it is calling it Alien Earth to mask it. I'm convinced that's what he saw. That's what he saw.
Just move
Wow.
along, seriously.
Jesus, man.
There's a
Ridley
bit in this
Scott.
episode where the Xeno is just sort of lounging around on a couch.
What?
Like just
Tell me you're kidding.
he's in his little prison cell on there's like a little cot thing in there. He's just sort of like sitting there waiting.
Fuck me.
They've literally
I wish
destroyed.
you were joking.
They destroyed Alien. Now you'll never be able
It's
to see
awful.
another Alien
It
film
is awful.
like this. It's ridiculous.
And the BLM knee. He's not wrong.
But if you look at it like a comedy and play the Benny Hill music, it's actually kind of
Pretty
works.
good.
Yeah.
He's never going to work as a quarterback again after this.
Is that Stormtrooper on the left? Probably. It looks like it.
Princess Leia.
Also, really, the xenomorphs are not scary at all, especially in broad daylight. They're almost
No.
laughable. There's no sense of suspense or fear or terror. It's just, it really is like a Three Stooges.
World
shit.
of Swap Shop, Wrenched, World of Sports. This was taken behind the scenes at London Comic Con near the Loos.
Yeah, he's not wrong either.
Oh, come on, move along. This is
Okay,
just-
let's do some more. Let's do some more soups.
There are more.
There are. M Duke 84 Wrench World Sport 30 Aussie dollars. Thank you, my friend. Here's 3,000 pennies for you, Brune. I've enjoyed your streams over the years, especially the roast and the movie takes. Can we get Blade Runner FF? Keep going, Brune. We will do Blade Runner eventually. These streams are not shite. Hail the Brune Alliance. Thank you, my friend.
Are you sure he's listening to the right stream?
Yes, must be a Clown World Brown stream. Mega Spider-Man. I'm not doing this one ever. Wrenched €5. Fave Paul Newman film plus why that? Paul Newman?
Yeah, my favorite Paul
Wait.
Newman film is The Sting.
Yeah, didn't we already do this one? Or was that
No,
Robert
that
Redford?
was
No.
Robert
Redford.
Yeah.
It's well,
He's-
funnily
he's
enough,
paid.
it's still going to be Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Although Cool Hand Luke is a stellar film.
Towering Inferno for me.
Yeah, good.
Mm.
Anybody else?
Yeah. Somebody up there likes me.
Ah.
And what
Where he plays a
film?
boxer.
Oh, okay.
Very cool. I think it's a 1950s, early 60s film. I think it's a late 50s film. Very good. Kind of like based on Rocky Marciano, I think.
He's had so many amazing performances. Like his Slapshot
Kentucky, the
was
Bronx.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, Slapshot was amazing.
Yeah, that's a
But
great
yes,
film. That.
that's good.
He was awesome in The Color of Money, even though
Yeah.
The Hustler was.
Better.
Again, here's a guy that just never phones it in.
Made a mean salad dressing too.
And it all went to charity. Yeah.
Mm.
Hope I didn't ask this already. Looking forward to the Revenge of the Sith. We'll do that eventually.
Do you know Paul Newman formed an actors union thing to try and get better roles in films? He formed it with Sidney Poitier. I think it was Jane Fonda, and someone else, whatever, during the 60s. And he kept going with it, which is quite good, actually, because that's how they got some really good films under their belt, because they demanded it rather than doing shit that the agents kept giving them. So there you go.
He had a lot of good movies. I just wanted to say that I like The Verdict. It's I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh,
If it's,
yeah.
I don't know if
And-
it's his best movie, but I really like it.
Wow.
And it also has Charlotte Rampling in it, and it's just a very, very solid movie. It's the first time you'll ever see Bruce Willis in a movie.
Yes, I was about to say that. Well done.
He's
one
an
of the jurors,
extra in
isn't
the
he?
courtroom. And the first time I watched the movie, I had already known who Bruce Willis was. So when there was a quick cut to him, I'm like, oh, is Bruce Willis going to be a witness? I'm like thinking to myself, why did I just think I saw him
Wow.
in the courtroom? And then nothing happens with him. It's the only time that'll ever happen to you.
He was also in Mel Brooks' silent movie. People forget he really has comic chops.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah, that's
got,
hilarious. Yeah,
he's got great range, man.
Is it a bit where he's in the wheelchair with his leg in plaster and they were chasing him in a wheelchair? I think that was him, wasn't it? That was quite funny.
Out of interest, guys, The Color of Money. When was the last time any of you watched it? Because I'm going to watch it again in a week. But have any of you watched it recently? Does it still hold up? I know it's a Martin Scorsese film.
30 years ago.
Wow.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's a good movie. I've watched it sometime, maybe in the past 10 years. I think I still enjoyed it. There's something about the movie that leaves me in kind of a downer mood, like I'm not happy when it's done. And maybe it's fine. Movies don't need to make you happy when they're done, but somehow when a movie ends that way, I don't always like to revisit it that much.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I watched it about 3 years ago, and it holds up excellently.
Okay.
And
good.
MGK4 Wrench will spot member for 3 months and no stupid Dixford commas King's English FTW.
For the win.
okay.
Melvin
Ah,
Deeply Wrenched
£2.
what a spot 2 pounds 300. Why not have the crew who got you here on?
What?
None
he
of them
talking
are
about?
available. That's why.
Yeah, is me, you, who else? Ian, I can't remember.
Brian,
Brian, of course, Brian.
Platoon.
Yeah.
None of them were available. Probably all hate me. That's what it is. But anyway, okay. Cheers, Melvin. Okay, shall we move on?
Sure.
Move on, please. Please. This is great. I saw the first episode today.
Again, I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to watch it
Tulsa
after
King
this.
season 3 drops.
Oh, it's back? I didn't see it. No.
Yeah,
It was good.
it
Tell me
is.
it was good. Please tell me it didn't suck.
No, it didn't suck. This episode didn't suck. I thought it was very interesting. A lot of pressure is coming down on Sylvester Stallone's character, But I just
No
who's the guy with
spoilers,
the
by the way.
glasses?
No spoilers.
Who's I'm not going to spoil anything. Who's the guy with the glasses, Ian? I can't remember his name.
Oh, Martin Starr.
Bodhi,
yeah, but the
Martin
character.
Starr.
Bodhi.
Bodhi.
Bodhi. Yeah, Bodhi.
So, Bodhi's
had
fantastic.
had a fantastic bit in this episode. So if you get a
Good.
chance, watch this episode.
I'll watch it after
worth,
this.
worth your time, let me tell you.
Because the thing is that Terrence Winter, who had a lot to do with the creative behind the scenes writing and executive producing initially the first season, for this third season, he took a step back because he had another project. And Stallone said that they've renewed it for a fourth season already, and he's back on board. He's going to be like the showrunner and the screenwriter. So I wonder if Sylvester Stallone looked at season 3 and said, you know what, we got to bring that guy back. Or it's just like, that's just how it ended up happening. Because I worry that if this guy did such a good job on the third season, why wouldn't Stallone say, hey, we want more of whoever you are? You know what I'm saying?
Well, apparently Terrence Winter fell out with Sheridan, which is kind of a thing with Sheridan at the moment. He seems to fall out with people like Kevin Costner. So hopefully he'll come back. I hope that's correct. He'll come back.
My question is, he says he's coming back, and I believe it. But all I'm saying is, and I guess they made amends with Sheridan, whatever it is. But the question is, in this third season, what happened that would cause Stallone to say, for fourth season, we need this guy back? And then I wonder if we're going to watch season 3 and somehow be disappointed. Because Stallone understands when something is good. You know what I mean? I give credit to Stallone that he's been around enough time. He's been watching this season 3. And if he wanted the other guy back for season 4, I have to wonder why.
Maybe he just likes the guy. Maybe they worked well together. Maybe there's nothing wrong with this, but
have you not noticed? Sorry, go on, Ian.
No, I was just going to say quickly. I watched an interview with Stallone. He was doing the rounds the other day. Season 4 starts shooting October 28th.
Well, they introduced Samuel L. Jackson, don't
So
they?
they're going for it. They're going for it.
Yeah, but have you not noticed that, especially in this episode, he sits down a lot. Do you know what I mean? And I don't think it's because of his age. He does walk around a bit.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying, you know.
It's hard to build a show around a guy that's not exactly in his 20s. I mean, Stallone, for his age, I'm sure he's as in good shape as you can hope, but he really isn't 20 years old. How old is he now?
75.
But also the show's not entirely
79. He's 79, dude.
What?
That's what I'm saying. Because like he does walk a bit, but I've noticed that he was sitting down most of the time in this episode, a lot sitting down. So anyway,
that human growth hormone, hell of a drug.
he's still got it though. His performance. He's not phoning it in or anything.
Yeah,
his performance is there. You know?
May I remind you, the person running our country is also that amount of years old, and the show is an ensemble show. It doesn't entirely depend on Stallone. There's fantastic characters all the way around. So,
yep.
And Stallone rarely ever phones it in, unless, of course, the film is shit, and then maybe he might. But for the most of his career, everything I've watched him in, he's been fantastic.
It wasn't always like that, though. A lot of people used to slag him off.
Yeah,
especially when he wasn't doing Rocky, he was doing other films like Fist. He did a film called Fist, and they critics hated that. I liked it. Critics hated it. You know, so.
After the Rambo, people constantly underestimated him and forget that he wrote the screenplay to Rocky. He's no dummy.
Yeah, in 3 days.
Yeah.
Paradise Alley, another good film.
Yes, it's good. That's the thing about. I think he's earned our respect now. That's the thing. I think that's the reason why we favor him a lot, because he's done some really good stuff. When you look back, he's done some really good stuff. You know, so yeah.
And he's
very well spoken and highly intelligent, over the top. Come on, that is an all-time classic.
Yeah, and the incident with the extras show that he's not willing to bend the knee to work.
Khalid Sawar wrenched. Stallone wanted to be in a First Blood prequel.
Did you not see The Irishman? Holy shit. But I like where they're going with the prequel original story with Noah Centineo. So who's currently filming Street Fighter 2026, and he's definitely getting jacked up, and he kind of looks a bit like a young Stallone. But again, I know it might have been Price or Reason or it's the Phobos that said we're sick and tired of prequels. It's Rambo, so we'll see. Might be good, but we'll wait. And it's directed by the guy. Oh, I forgot what he did recently, but I thought, oh, this guy's directing. I think it's the guy that directed the Sisu movies. I think he's in charge of this Rambo film.
Oh, yeah.
So
It may be a decent action movie, but there's always this kind of feeling that when you know the future of the character, you know he survives, you know all of that stuff.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can get fully invested. One of the only few of the cases, I'm trying to think how many cases have been that were good. Better Call Saul was pretty decent. But I will say that Better Call Saul had an advantage that they also showed you what happened after Breaking Bad and before. So in a way, it was a prequel that also acted as a sequel when it needed to. And that way, when you walk away from that show, you're getting the backstory, but also the future. And that's pretty cool. But most of these shows and movies don't do that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if the money's coming from Hollywood to make this prequel to Rambo, they're gonna it's a big guess that they're gonna put their stuff in it, their woke stuff.
Well, First Blood, 1982.
Great
movie. When we all saw that, I saw a clip on YouTube. By the way, you know the scene where he's escaped the sheriff's prison block, right? His cell block, the prison, and he's like up in the mountains, and he finds this piece of cloth and he wraps it around himself. That wasn't in the script. There's a video where Stallone just finds it because he was feeling really cold, and that was the nearest thing he found. And they just kept it in the film, which is really, really awesome. I thought that was actually written in, but it wasn't.
One of the issues with prequels and sequels that we're sick of is, one, they're symptomatic of the lack of creativity in Hollywood, and two, they've all been shit. They've all been bad. They've all been disrespectful to the source material. If they were good, we wouldn't be as sick of them.
Okay, I've got a question. Mr. Brown asked me, did the panel watch Stallone's Samaritan movie? Was it garbage?
It wasn't very good. It could have been so much better.
It was a PG-13, so they cut everything out that could have made it really vicious.
Okay.
Yeah, they could have.
So Tulsa King, okay at the moment, yes.
Very good so far.
Can't wait to watch that tonight.
I've actually never watched the other Sheridan show, The Mayor of Kingston. Is that worth?
Oh, I've got season 1 of that to watch. I heard it's good.
Is it worth? Yeah, is it worth checking out?
The way my friend told me, I have not seen it yet, but I bought it because I'm a Jeremy Renner fan. But my friend said to me, he says, dude, when you watch, he said, prepare yourself for some really high levels of violence in the show. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. He said, but it's really good. And I trust him and his opinion. So, yeah, give it a watch. It's on Amazon Prime anyway.
Okay, let's move on then. It's a sidestep. Even though it's been 4 decades since he originated his role, Sylvester Stallone was ready to portray Rambo for one more time using AI.
He should, I think not using AI. I think he should
to de-age him.
No, just like how he is now. Because look,
you wanted another Rambo even now. Like if Stallone is always up for it. If you want him to play these characters again, he'll do Rocky again if you want. He'll do what's his favorite Rambo.
He has lost the rights over it, isn't he?
The thing with Rocky is that he has a dispute with those people that have it because it's a long story. I actually think he doesn't have much of an argument. And part of it is his fault, but I won't get into that. In any case, with Rambo, I'm sure he'd be happy to do it again. As many times as you want, he'll do it.
Do you know what,
Rambo?
Right? If in real life Sylvester Stallone is this age and the man could throw a punch, or it's then it's plausible that Rambo could be this age and still kick ass. Come on. So
I like Rambo 6, Murder at the Old Folks Home.
I mean, you know what? You touched on a good point there. Why couldn't they have set one of the Rambo sequels in the city somewhere? That would have been fantastic. He brings his urban jungle warfare to the city. That would be great. And the nearest we had to that was First Blood, obviously, but then obviously he retreats to the mountains. But I always felt they missed a bit of a There was something there they could have done, unless they thought it was too controversial. Who knows? But it's a missed opportunity now.
What they
Well,
want
the
to do
last
is
one,
they
he went to
want
Mexico and he was
Set
Yeah,
in
he did.
Detroit.
what they want to do is they want to make a young version of it so they can put all their crap in it, and then we can all complain about it. That's what they're gonna do.
Will he be?
so-
Will he kiss a man?
2007. He's the guy still doing pull-ups in a leather jacket.
Exactly.
That's better than the
Exactly.
female FBI agents.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's
Yeah.
Rambo versus Montezuma's Revenge in Mexico.
You're not gonna get a new Rambo. You're not gonna get a new Rocky. Nothing unless he's a pathetic old white man who has to be rescued from a terrible life by a young black man.
And
That's the
Well,
only
no,
way
no.
you're gonna get it. That's the
a young
only way.
obese black woman.
Oh, that would,
Do you
be,
know
that would
what?
also be an
Who's a-
option. Yes.
Who's a space lesbian. Okay.
In the last one, right, it was almost like that because he got beaten to a pulp, didn't
It
he, by
was.
the gangs? Almost. But I reckon Sylvester Stallone looked at that script and wrote, "Real, you know what? I'm gonna get him to kill everyone," and he did. He killed everyone. Didn't he? Took some guy's heart out at the ending. I was like, "What?" So there you go.
What we
So-
need is Canon Films 2.0. We need a Malachian Golan and a Yoram Globus. God bless you guys. Those men made movies. Some
They
hit
tried.
it, some didn't, but they made Over the Top. And they made a fourth Superman movie. Well, the fourth in the series, but they're first.
Who?
They made
Which
He-Man.
the Rambo movie with Julie Benz when they go and
Oh yeah,
rescue-
that was
Yeah.
great.
I
was
didn't.
good.
Yeah, I quite
Without a
enjoyed
simmer.
that.
that
Yeah.
was good.
Didn't-
Yeah, that was
yeah.
a good one.
I
Yeah.
didn't, and that had Matthew Marsden in it. I didn't think it had a chance to be good. I was very surprised.
That
I
one
like,
surprised me too. I think it was better than 3 in a way. Like I feel like Rambo 4 was better than 3.
Yeah.
Maybe could be along the lines of a Rambo 2, whereas First Blood is really the best one.
I like how they didn't shy
Best,
away from
yeah.
the huge violence at the ending of that one. My God, there was blood everywhere at that
He
climax.
killed the
wasn't it?
most people in 4.
He did, yeah.
And
he
and I
did,
sat
yeah.
there and I felt like I was doing yoga. You know, I was so relaxed. I
And
just
that was just the opening credits.
right. The more he was like he was killing people. I don't know why. The more I saw that, the more I was relaxed. It's not that I want people dead in real life. I'm just saying that in the movie, it just went all in.
It's because he was doing it well.
He was doing well. It went all in on him killing
An
everybody.
expert in his field, and you can appreciate the
Do
artistry.
you know why Julie Benz was in it? Because he's a huge
Paycheck?
Because
fan-
she's hot.
No, but that too. But because he's a huge fan of Dexter.
I
That's why
knew
she
you were going to
wanted
say
her
that.
in it.
Wow.
Yeah, he wanted her in it. Yeah, so there you go.
Okay, let's move on then, Mr. Stallone.
Oh.
Alan Cumming, is he? When asked
Oh,
if he
God.
ever saw the Avengers Doomsday script while shooting the film, oh yeah, we eventually saw a script. It took a while. We had a script.
Dun, 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 dun.
Sounds
I'm
like a little.
not excited for this film.
Sounds like a little
this-
backtracking. He got a talking to from the
This film's
studio.
gonna be
and-
shit. This film's
Yeah.
gonna be shit.
No,
You know. It's
no,
gonna be
really, we
shit.
had a script. I promise.
Yeah, it was just
And
to
the-
a different movie though. That's what the part they didn't tell
The
you.
budget is $500 million, apparently, isn't it?
Oh, it's more than that. That's
Yeah.
just the
It-
salaries.
It might be approaching the cost of Grand Theft Auto 6, which again, for an insane. And by the way, a video game that's being released next May for adults. And if we still live in this godforsaken country where we've got the Online Safety Act, well, we might get away with going into a store and buying a copy of the game over the counter without showing our ID. But who
But
knows?
You'll still have to download the entire game when you install it.
Oh,
so,
yes, that's the big
yeah.
contract
'cause
now. Yeah.
the discs are empty now. It's
Yeah,
all
they are.
online.
It's a big contract. Nobody ever talks about it anymore. That's why I don't buy new games anymore.
Hmm.
Buy, if you're going to buy it and you got it on the disc, it's yours to keep forever. That's it.
Yep, physical media.
I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day, and he brought up an interesting point about why studios continue to make movies that lose money. And he asked me, and I don't have an answer, is there some other mysterious income stream? Are they somehow finding a way to make money by losing money
Black Rock.
that's not obvious?
Hmm.
Ian shooting from the hip again. Black Rock.
BlackRock.
That was the case, but then their stock started tanking, and they had some investor lawsuits, and I think they had to pull back on that. But
BlackRock are linked with the USAID, aren't they?
yeah, I just wonder if there's some income stream that nobody's seeing that refills the coffers, and that's why they continue to double down on these losing money ideas.
Okay.
So then why do cinemas do badly at the moment? Cinemas are doing okay at the moment, but they're not doing terribly well at the same time. Primitive War, we still don't have that in the UK, which is so utterly ridiculous. If you were to release that film when they got it in America, it might have done some decent business over here, but I don't get why now certain crowd pleasers aren't allowed to be released.
Here we go. Are you sitting comfortably? Go on.
Well, no, it's because that the woke brigade, they own most of the entertainment in the world, in Hollywood as well. So something as visual and as manly as Primal War, they're not going to
Michael
advertise
Chiklis, the senior.
There you go, fat rubber wrenched. You have to be there to play it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Vexed, as in.
Okay. Shall we move on from this? Nobody's interested.
By the way, to the American guys in the panel, have you seen that Michael Chiklis film, The Senior, which is like a Rocky version of NFL?
No, I haven't
That's
even
not
heard
one
of it.
I've seen. Nope.
Yeah, I think it was released about a week and a half ago, but I want to watch it because Chiklis looks great in the film. It's a faith-based movie by Angel Studios.
You did remind me that Primitive War came and went, and it was really good, and I hadn't heard.
I had to watch the Russian version of it.
The release was so small. It was such a small release. Hardly anybody really got to see it. It wasn't in my theater.
That's a
It's
shame.
not filming, really? Already?
Oh yeah, this story is such BS. They might have stopped filming. They're not done filming.
No,
this is
that's
such
what I thought.
BS.
It's being released in December, isn't it, of next year?
No way. No way in hell. No, it's not coming out next year. No, it's going to be pushed back at least 6 months.
Talking. Avengers Doomsday has wrapped filming. See, I told you. Nobody believed me.
It's been
Additional
burritoed.
photography will happen. Yeah, most of the movie will be filmed after today. What actually ends up on the screen has not been filmed.
I wonder if now they use all these kind of CGI AI things where some actors maybe they don't have to come back and they'll just do long shots of them that they kind of crafted them in some kind of CGI. I feel like they already did that with Doctor Strange 2. Some of the scenes with Elizabeth Olsen at the end, where she's a Scarlet Witch, I think she wasn't even there for them.
It's funny,
Michael
right?
Cimino would just do all his photography up front, like all the old school film directors did back in the day. None of this, we've got to come back afterwards and do some more.
It's because they haven't got a full script. They're just shooting off the hip, weren't they?
And that's not how Feige makes films now. He has his people shoot thousands of different scenes, and then they just sort of patchwork them together to sort of tell a story.
It's like Mad Libs.
It's nonsense. It's absolute garbage, and that's why they've had all these
Daily
films.
Wine, call him Kevin Feige now. I forget. I'm not going to call him Feige anymore. Feige is better. Hey, Feige or Vague.
Yeah, there's no continuity to the actors' performances because they have no idea what's going on. So they can't they cannot maintain a consistent character throughout the film. They don't even know who they're talking to in many instances.
I cannot wait for that first trailer to drop because I'm going to roast the living crap out of it. We all are.
But who cares though? Anyway, this film is not going to be good. Nobody's going to care about this. It's not going to be good. What can we say?
I'm still curious who the two actors who were allegedly fighting behind the scenes, and Pedro Pascal is supposed to be leading this movie, or is it Secret Wars? Because they're doing them back to back, aren't they? This is not Peter Jackson just on the cusp of the 2000s doing the three greatest films for the greatest trilogy ever, you know? And it's like, come on, man.
Yeah. No,
Who
this is more
cares?
Peter Jackson doing The Hobbit and taking 2 movies and then turning it into 3 movies.
Yes,
And then
yes.
all 3 movies cost way more than they were originally supposed to and then failed in the box
Jesus.
office. Yeah, that's what this is.
You know
Okay.
what? Peter Jackson's The Hobbit is going to look like
Oh,
Lord of the Rings
will.
extended trilogy compared to this.
Shang-Chi in it. Well, there's a
Sun
food
Storm
for thought.
Edged. Come on, guys. It's got Shang-Chi in it.
And he's not getting his own solo movie until 2028.
No, he's not. He's not getting his
Like,
solo
oh,
movie.
no.
Period. He isn't.
Iron
Nope.
Shot is in it.
no.
Do you know
have you
what,
seen
right?
the Okay, go ahead.
Everything is wrong about Marvel, isn't it? Shang-Chi. If you've read the comics of Shang-Chi, that guy looks nothing like Shang-Chi. He looks like someone's next door neighbor. Why did they cast him? It's because they didn't want someone masculine to play Shang-Chi. Everything that you see in Marvel, that's what they're doing.
And
Why
even
did you
China
even
said
bother?
Simu Liu is ugly. Well, we don't
He
want to
is.
watch him.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They went out of their way. Do you know what? Right. I said this in the last
Here we
stream.
go.
I said this last stream. Literally in the last Superman film, it was written that the villain would grab his legs, put his legs apart, and kick him in the balls. Who would write that in a Superman movie?
A woman.
Unless you are
Yeah.
a fucking idiot. Do you know what I mean? That's how bad things have gotten. You know,
A woman
they
would
think
write
we
that.
can't see it. They think we can't see it. We're not stupid. We
No.
can see it. You know,
And everybody's seeing it now, not just people terminally online like us.
Okay, let's.
Oh no.
I'm not watching that. Not
Mr.
watching
Brown is just coming out with the tits today, folks.
Hashtag Daredevil Born Again has been renewed for season 3.
that. No, it wasn't renewed for season 3. What are you talking about? They were making season 3 anyway. When they were making season.
No, they were
the
making
last one.
season 2.
Yeah. 1 and 2 were tied together.
This
Yeah,
is
they're saying they're going to
rubbish.
make more after that. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
I doubt it.
Let
do
Disney
anything.
spend every cent they can, spin themselves into bankruptcy and oblivion.
When-
Whenever I
when-
hear something like this, I'm happy. More money going to waste.
When did it become fashionable to lie about your product? I don't understand. This never happened in the
no.
80s.
About 4000 BC, when the first caveman goes, "This meat tastes good. It's not rotten at all."
Oh, for God's sake. Really? That last Daredevil was absolute shit, wasn't it? It was so bad.
Did you watch it?
Yes,
Of course I did.
Unfortunately, yeah. It's almost like Kevin Feige hasn't had his hemorrhoids removed because
Or his
someone
hat.
told him in the boardroom, by the way, sir, those Netflix shows are really, really good. You're fired.
Yeah,
Kevin
Those
Feige.
Netflix
Yeah.
shows are gold.
As long, it's like still the line. I saved myself. God, I can't get that out of my head.
Yeah.
It was just the
It's-
most absurd, ridiculous.
Phage
Yeah.
to fake.
There's so much news coming out of Disney and Marvel last few weeks. It's almost like they have an earnings call in 6 weeks or something.
They're lying. Oh, look, seriously. I mean, God, why would you lie? We can
So-
see what's going on.
The funniest thing is Deadline, Hollywood Reporter, and Variety, they're all owned by the same person.
That's
They're
right.
essentially the same magazine. And Disney will give an interview to all 3 of them, and they will say different things and be contradictory. It's like they're trying to cover all. It's like when you donate
Sorry,
to
buddy.
both political parties, they're just trying to cover all the possible bases,
The
except the truth.
last season of Daredevil was watched was less watched. What is it? Acolyte? It was like lower than the Acolyte, wasn't
no.
it?
Yeah.
It had
It
less an audience than the Acolyte.
Why are they
Yeah.
making season 3? if
It had
that's the
less of an
case?
audience. It had less of an audience than Jimmy Kimmel.
So there you go.
And on that
It's not
bombshell,
working.
let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah, it's not working. This film does not
Okay,
interest me at
Paul
all.
Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another debuted
No.
with 96
Wow, and look who's headlining that poster. God, can't wait to
Can't
watch
be
this.
asked. Can't be asked. Sorry. There's nothing wrong with a full white family. Every time I see a film now, it's a white star, and he's always going to have a black daughter. I don't understand what's going on.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
really
it's-
don't understand what's going on. Yeah,
It's funny how that works. It's like,
Yeah. and it's not like a black son. It's always a black daughter. Always,
well-
always.
Fan Four Stick, it was a white daughter, wasn't it?
No, it was a black Johnny Storm.
Yeah, but
Remember that?
barely, and I'm trying to forget it because it was. But again, it was the first time I remembered. Oh no, they did it with Lost in Space, the TV show too.
They did.
They had to they threw in a black daughter in the Robinson family.
Wow. Didn't know that. You see, a cover like this would be problematic by today's standards.
Hold on.
That's a great film, by the way. I'm watching it this week.
Tilted a little bit.
That's problematic. You know, as a guy of color, I find this truly offensive. Hi, boys. Fancy and Irish.
Yeah, it's not good, is it? As I said, right, I don't understand, right? They must really be in their own crappy bubble to not know that we know what they're doing. That it's so obvious what they're doing with films now.
Okay, so nobody fancies this then.
Have you seen the trailer for this? It's absolute shit.
Yeah.
The trailer doesn't tell you anything.
Oh, okay.
I tell you what, it shows DiCaprio as a coward in that film. I'm like, what the hell? What's this about? Do you know what I mean? He's
and
a
there's
coward.
something about pronouns or something in the middle of the trailer.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, you should use these pronouns. You should use those pronouns.
What the hell is this about?
All right.
For every piece of shit that Hollywood releases, we look at Hong Kong, Japan, South Korea, even China. I reluctantly bring them in for their content instead. Tell you, it's a lot better than this shit.
Yeah.
Well,
at least their films, at least their trailers will tell you what to expect.
Tell me what movie hasn't debuted on Rotten Tomatoes to a fantastic, amazing score these days.
Rotten Tomatoes is not the barometer of how we watch films. It used to be a long time ago. Can we vote for Kung Fu? Yes, you should. Sadiq Khan is an absolute toad.
He is.
Bit of politics.
Can you imagine Mayor Hot Dog? Like, what would they call you?
I'd be like Mel Brooks.
It's got a ring to it, Mayor Hot Dog.
Your Honor Kung Fu. Just how they would address it. That would just be beautiful. It is His Honorable Hot Dog Kung Fu we present.
Yeah, the busty redhead next to me, biologically speaking. Well, Mr. Hot Dog, here are your diary dates for today. Oh, you keep talking to me and your best friends too.
Biologically speaking,
very
important, very important. Okay, let's move on then. Nobody's looking forward to that.
No.
No.
Make it stop.
We are delighted. We're delighted to announce that writer, producer, showrunner Russell T. Davis, OBE, will receive this year's Outstanding Contribution to Television Award. The prestigious honour will be presented at the 2025 Welsh BAFTA Awards.
Why? He hasn't done anything. He destroyed Doctor Who.
Congratulations, you destroyed
to get this Medal of Honor. That's what it is.
Yeah. The T stands for
sense.
The T stands for taint, by the way. Or
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, wait, hold on. So they're going to give him an award for a show that had the lowest ratings in the history of the show.
For
Does
destroying,
that make any sense?
Destroying a show that had been on for 60 years.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Great job.
So it just goes to show how corrupt BAFTA and the Oscars and everything is now. You can't. There's no point in watching the shows because they're all the awards being brought and paid for. There's no point now. Well, what's the point?
Yeah.
Of watching
I could almost understand this if it was a lifetime achievement because he did do some amazing
did some
stuff.
good stuff. Yeah.
But this is like for this year, all he did was kill the longest running show in the history of the BBC.
Yeah.
Like
And nobody will mention it either. No one. He'll just sit
I
there.
had the pleasure of meeting Colin Baker a few years ago at a Comic-Con, and I was briefly having a chat with him about his time as Doctor Who, and he just said, yeah, that period, the 80s was like the greatest time ever. And I knew what he was saying to me, and he knew what I was thinking, and he just kind of left it at that.
Because he doesn't want to get kicked out of the Comic-Con by saying something wrong.
Yeah.
You know, all of them, apart from David Tennant, thinks this era and what they've done is horrible. That's why Matt Smith is so quiet about everything. He will not get involved in a conversation. about Doctor Who.
If you wanted to bring a diverse Doctor in, Richard Ayoade from the IT crowd was a firm fan favorite. And
He's not
I
gay,
could tell him
sorry.
that. But Richard Ayoade is a bit base for some people, even though he's in that Fable game, and I don't know what he's doing in that piece of trash. That's going to get cancelled, by the way, that game from Microsoft.
Money.
It won't pass the finishing line.
Oh, at least that's how you pronounce his name. I always
Yeah.
wondered about that.
Yeah, he
Ayoade.
would have made a good Doctor, but he's not gay. That's why he didn't get the part.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's a crime against humanity, folks. What can Richard do to help that?
And remember, Christopher Eccleston warned us about this in
He did.
2005.
He did. Yeah, he did.
20 years ago, he knew.
Yep.
But then again, Christopher Eccleston said that Ncuti was the best Doctor to date. So there you
There
go.
was another black actor they were considering called Patterson Joseph, who is a straight black guy. He would have been interesting as well, but I guess, like you said,
Look.
Mega Geek, he's not gay, so
Look.
he don't bend the other way.
The Doctor should not be black. He should not be a woman. He should be a guy from Oxford or Cambridge, because that's what all the Doctors were. That is the Doctor. I'm sorry, but changing the rules because it suits them, fuck them all. Seriously, they destroyed a great
From the
show.
hip, everybody.
Seriously, no,
Okay.
I mean, look, I'm a man of color, right? And so is Kung Fu, right? I know
Never
You're wrong.
noticed. Never noticed.
But you know, come on, right? The Doctor, look, the Doctor should not be black. If you want a black Time Lord, create another character. If you want a female Time Lord, create another character. Don't shit on something that's been around for 60 years that people like around the world, which is what they've done to suit their own, obviously.
This is,
But anyway.
I mean, Lawrence Fishburne, I would have seen him as a Sherlock Holmes back in the day in a TV show. He would have worked and nobody would have said anything. We're talking the early 2000s.
No, seriously.
But-
seriously, no.
Listen,
Oh,
we've
really?
got a,
Don't see that? Okay.
we've got a squid, a polar bear, a robot, two black guys, and an old white guy on the panel. This is diversity. This is working.
No, but seriously though, listen, create their own characters. Look, black people are getting me hand-me-downs, and that's so insulting. Why isn't Hollywood creating new characters
Don't
for
know,
people
'cause
of
they can't.
color?
Because they
Why
can't.
are they just swapping characters that's been
Because every time
beloved
we
for
see a
years?
person of color popping up in something where they shouldn't be, that's Hollywood pandering to the black folks. That's why now the black folks are inciting violence. If you saw the Benny Johnson post on X today, where he did that insane thing he posted, I thought, well, this is it. If you don't get you got what you wanted, BLM folks, but you're still not happy. Where is it going to end?
Here you go, folks. Franco Walker wrenched.
No women on the panel.
the
Yeah, that's
panel, though.
true. Sydney
Well-
Sweeney wasn't available.
Yeah, Vex always sometimes comes on, so you know. But for today, no, I guess not.
A lot of
She's
people not available
busy.
today. Let's.
That Housemaid trailer with Sydney Sweeney looks good, actually. I got to say, that film looks effed in the head. There is not a new Beetlejuice. Oh, no. God.
Are you excited for new Beetlejuice
God,
in
no.
development?
No, because the last one was just bland. It was all right, but that was it, really.
And General
Let's face
Ortiz
it.
has changed her face. So,
Has
yeah.
she?
Well, no, some rumors said that she had altered her face, but she looks normal to me, but I might be wrong about that.
Anyway, let's just move on from
The
that.
first Beetlejuice. Oh, what's this? Oh, no.
South Park is taking an additional week off. The news
Really?
came from a rare last-minute statement from the creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Apparently, when you do everything at the last minute, sometimes you don't get it done. This one's on us.
Oh.
Yeah.
I have a lot of power, don't I?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Bryce and I have already gotten to talk about what happened with this week, but I think we both feel the same way.
Which is?
I don't think that this had anything to do with them running out of time to turn in an episode.
No.
I think they've turned in something that Paramount told them
No.
try again. Said we're not going to air that
Yeah.
this
I
week
agree.
with
I
what's
agree.
going on. We're not airing that. So go back and do something else.
There's two options. Either they said to them, "This is too hot to do right now. Maybe
Yeah.
we wait a week, and then in a week maybe they would actually release it, or they may have seen something in it that they figured, can you change this storyline or remove this part because we don't need this kind of crap." Or the final thing, it's like what you said, Professor. They just said, "Nope, this is not your episode. Think of another episode. This isn't an episode." One of those.
I mean,
There
it
you go.
depends how far in advance they'd written this particular episode.
They do it every week. Like what they take pride in, and
Really? Oh,
that's why their show is kind of not as good as it used to be. In the earlier seasons, maybe the first until the 10th season, they actually needed these screenplays in advance. They needed to do this thing properly. And if they had a little political humor, they just touched upon things. They weren't like things that you read about this morning. But then they thought to themselves, well, if we did everything really fast, we could do everything really topical.
Yeah.
And as much as people think that's so great, if you really think about it, from the moment that they shifted to working last minute and topical, the show just continued to decline in quality. It's not unwatchable like before this season, but it hasn't been at its prime for years. And I think that this season they even went the kind of Colbert route, where instead of actually doing what they do best, they started thinking too much about Trump and things like that. It really makes me sad because I consider them so much more quality than Colbert, and the fact that they ended up on this route is kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Dexter was planned to be expanded into a universe with multiple spin-off shows. Those plans seem to have been scaled back after the Paramount Skydance merger.
Good. You don't need 70 shows for this thing. I think
Yeah,
that
I
this
don't-
thing it's an IP that's outstayed its welcome, and I don't know why they keep reviving it. I think that at some point they should just let it go. In any case,
I've
I
never
think
been into this. I don't understand how you would turn a story about a serial killer who kills serial killers into a
universe.
some sort of universe. Yeah, I don't understand how you would do that. As
I
far
think
as I don't
it's-
know.
they've
think it's
milked
a
it for many
best-
years. And I will say this. I watched the original series, and I've said it before. There's something that happens somewhere midway through the series. And when I saw that, it kind of gave me the same feeling as I felt with Glenn in The Walking Dead and Negan. It's just, I looked at it and I said, you know what? I think I'm done here. And that's just how I felt. And I've never looked back, and I'm okay with it. They can't correct what they've done there, and I just, to this day, feel really awful even thinking about what they did mid through that series.
You
Sorry.
know what? I
Right.
kind of liked what they're doing with it now. Only because, right, that I was a huge fan of Dexter, the first season,
Yeah.
second season, third season. In fact, I watched all of them. Obviously, disappointed with the last season.
You
and
you
disappointed.
didn't have an issue with what they did there you know what I'm talking about.
No, yeah, not really, no. Because that was in the book, right? So it was inevitable that was going to happen, right? So basically, I liked every season apart from the last one, which I thought they threw everything away for some reason. I liked when he came back, when he was living in that snowy town, and I liked
Yeah.
this one. The only reason why I like them, they're not as good as the original Dexters. The only reason why I like them
Very
is
good.
because it's a comfortable glove for me. I like Dexter. Do you know what I mean? It's not the greatest thing, but it's very enjoyable, and that's why I like it.
Yeah,
So,
but I don't like what they're doing here. The idea of a Dexter cinematic universe, the lefties
No,
love this.
that's rubbish.
They,
Yeah, that's
they
rubbish.
want to create a culture where serial killers are normalized, and in even some cases get to be the hero. It's like
Yeah.
Luigi Mangione and the
no,
other.
No, it's not that. So basically, what it is, right, is obviously he kills other serial killers, right, and that's all he does. He doesn't kill anyone
Yeah.
else for his own gratification, right, and that's what makes kind of the show moral, kind of.
Right, but that's not what their purpose in expanding it is, to get
No.
this to be the norm. They
Well-
want people to be comfortable with the idea of serial killers being the good guy, and I think that's really sick and despicable.
Okay, right. So the plan was to have the prequel, which is him was really young with when he joined, which is the prequel one, to have that another season, and to carry on with this one. there wasn't anything else connected. It was just this one and the prequel. That was it for the universe. That's all they were going to do. But thank God about this merger, because I didn't like the prequel thing, even though I enjoyed it. I thought,
Well,
what's the point of doing that? Do you know what I
That's
mean?
the tweet says multiple spin-off shows. The spin-off
Yeah, I
show would
know,
imply
but
Dexter's not
yeah.
even involved, and I still maintain you're talking about the show. I'm talking about the ideology behind the idea. Of what
I
they're trying to
understand.
do.
Yeah, I understand. But right, they were never going to make multiple spin-offs. I don't know where they got that idea from. It was always going to be the original OG Dexter and the young guy that was playing him. It was always going to be those two.
I mean,
And might be his son as well. I don't know. You may be
Yeah.
right. I don't know.
it's bad enough.
I'm
It's
sorry.
bad enough with Marvel trying to make the villains the heroes and justifying evil and horrible bad behavior.
Oh, Thanos
but
is
this
coming
is-
back, isn't he?
What,
No,
in
he's
Dexter?
going to get killed. He's going to get killed.
coming back in
Yeah,
Dexter.
yeah, they're gonna bring back Thanos so that Doom can kill him. So Doom can prove to us he's the real bad guy. See, he's the
No,
big
but-
bad.
God.
Dexter kills other serial killers.
Echo.
He kills serial killers, so that's what he does. So
The
there you
real
go.
Thanos was the people we killed along the way.
Does Dexter have a portal that's in a door to go to a different universe?
No.
Let's move on.
That'd be great.
Occasionally, I go to Instagram. Anybody see this?
Wow, what a guy.
Brad Pitt let his 105-year-old neighbour live in his £40 million home rent free until his death.
Jesus.
It's very
Nice.
generous, isn't it?
Well, he can afford it, can't he?
Yeah.
He probably has like 100 rooms in his house. He doesn't even
Yeah.
know where that person was staying.
Yeah, but that's the difference between him and his ex-wife, that had, or Denise Richards and her 15 dogs that she abandoned for 2 years, or their little stable full of kids.
Dollars, apparently. Sorry. Did I
He-
say pounds?
Yeah.
Sorry.
He
And
has
we
a
mentioned- Sorry,
Jody,
go on.
go on. Well, he has a 40 million £40 million or dollar
Dollar,
house.
dollar.
Right.
Get it right.
You know what's
Get it-
you know what's happening in my block, my council flat? There is a homeless person that's using the chute. Do you know there's a chute where you
Oh,
come to pay your-
what?
using it, and he's sleeping there. He's got a mattress and everything there. So I'm doing a Brad Pitt. We're doing a Brad Pitt too. So here you go.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the hotel down the corner, there are a bunch of people living in a luxury hotel for free.
Absolutely.
Bit of politics. Let's move on.
Sorry.
Brown loves politics. Before the
Funny,
stream, he
that's
told me
No,
that he
no,
wanted everybody to talk about
no.
politics today all the time.
I get into trouble behind the scenes, and I'm tight. I don't want to get into trouble.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, go on.
Joseph Kosinski's Miami
Yes,
Vice
yes,
will release on
yes.
August 6, 2027. Casting is currently underway with production beginning next year.
Yeah,
Kosinski
very happy about this because
Previously
this is my
directed
next
Top
video.
Gun, blah.
What,
So,
what-
Mr.
what-
Brown, I'm going to jump off in a few minutes, and I might
Okay.
come back later on. But this is my next video coming up at 10:45. I was very happy. I'm not going to say any more about this unless you want me to, but I was very happy about where Joseph Kosinski is going with this movie. So I'm already sold.
Have you got
Hold
some
on.
little snippets?
Yes, it's going to be set in the 1980s,
Oh,
well, wait a sec. They're
which makes sense because I hated the Michael Mann movie. Couldn't stand it. I watched it eventually. I was like, why did I waste my time?
They shot it on VHS. It looked like as well, didn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
know,
he was
it's
trying to
like
be
the-
clever there. It looked
Yeah.
very video-y.
Yes.
Yeah, it's awful.
What's
It's
really
awful.
kind of telling about this, it must be kicking Michael Mann in the nuts because Mann went to Warner Brothers and said, guys, I want to do a Heat 2 sequel. Can you give me $200 million? Warner said to him, no. This guy made Warner Brothers $623 million for F1 the movie.
yeah.
So now Universal is saying, hey, Joseph, do you want to do Miami Vice but set it in the 80s? He must have had some saying, look, I'll do it if you let me set it in his time period. So, yeah, I'm going to be watching this one with very close proximity to see if they get things right.
Who are they casting, though?
I haven't said yet. It's just too early in the day.
I
But
feel like
Casting's underway.
He's
It's gonna
probably
be,
past Glenn Powell, and I don't know if Glenn Powell is right for it.
no,
it's
I
gonna-
hope not.
It's going to be Zendaya and Cynthia Erivo.
But what I will say is this:
Trudy and the other girl. Yeah, can't wait for that.
Joseph Kosinski, at least, he did Top Gun Maverick, he did F1. Those in I don't know how many recent years, those are two of the better movies I've seen, especially kind of male-driven show movies.
Yes. Yeah.
I wasn't so excited to see a Miami Vice movie because I feel like that thing has been played out already, maybe because of Michael Mann's movie that was kind of depressing. But I will say that I'm at least open to watching whatever Joseph Kosinski does because he's built some credit, so I'm open to watching what he does.
Those are probably the two movies I've rewatched the most in the last 5 years. Maverick and F1.
There you go. All right. Kung Fu sounds exciting, just like Mr. H about Alien Earth. Good luck, everybody.
Oh God. Well, you never know. You never know.
I will say again, F1 movie of the summer for me.
Yeah.
Not that
And it's out on physical media, by the way. Limited edition on HMV. I've already pre-ordered my copy.
I don't have HMV in where I'm at anymore. It used to be also in the US. I know it started in England as Heath Master's Voice or something like that.
That's correct, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And then there were years that they had it in the US, but then that kind of fell apart.
Well, they went bust.
So,
that's why.
Yeah,
Do you remember Our Records?
Our Price.
Yes. Was it Our Price? Our Price.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Jesus. Yeah.
And the Virgin Megastore.
Absolutely.
the Virgin Megastore, yeah. And there was also Tower Records.
Yeah, we had Tower Records.
Circus. Yeah.
Yeah, Piccadilly
Right.
Circus. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That was cool. That was cool.
That was good times. I was also in the one in London in HMV.
Ah.
That was also cool. I bought these kind of Blur and Oasis and whatever during the time when people were still buying stuff and they were sort of in their prime. I was in London and I went there. I was so happy I bought all this cool stuff.
Silly question. Do they still make CDs?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How many Virgins are in stock in a Virgin Megastore, and how many are you allowed to buy?
Don't know. Let's move on.
Oh man, ouch!
Oh.
That hurts.
Right,
Killed
Mr.
that
Brown,
one.
I'm jumping off now, buddy. I might come back in a bit later on. If
Okay,
time
if you're
permits.
still going, mate. Yeah, cheers.
Yeah,
Kung Fu.
cheers,
Great to
buddy.
see you, mate.
See you soon, guys.
Yeah,
I'll
right,
see you
take care.
tonight.
Take
Bye,
care.
Cheers.
Ta-da.
Cheers,
Bye
pal.
now.
Bye, Your Honor.
Bye. Yeah. Bye.
Goodbye, Mayor Dog.
How's he gone?
Family Vice. Yeah, he's gone.
Thank
God for that.
Okay, here we go. We can have a good time now. James Cameron confirms he's writing a new Terminator movie. I've been able to get started on that I'll start again. I've been unable to get started on that very far. What? Because I don't know what to say that won't be overtaken by real events. We are living in science. I can't read, but he's writing a new Terminator movie.
And he
He
sounds
is.
like he's struggling with it because
Yeah.
real life is already crazier than anything he can come up with for
Yeah.
a story.
Specifically, I think he's referencing AI and the elements developing there, but yeah, probably a lot of other things as well.
He'll
is
never
that-
be able to capture that kind of lightning in a bottle and brilliance that we got with the first Terminator movie. I would even argue that the second Terminator movie didn't manage to catch the brilliance of the first. It was just so well made and so fun to watch and so epic that you kind of say, well, it's also a great movie. But really, the last great Terminator movie, writing-wise, the last really, really good one was the first one.
Alex Ashgan Ranch Shalom. He needs to buy a dog. Helped gone.
I don't know if I disagree with that. I think
What, the
Terminator
dog?
the Terminator 2 was very good. I thought it was really well written, really great characterization. In fact, every character in that show, and I thought it was slightly better than the first one, even though I liked the first one a lot. But
The
anyway,
second one is basically some variation of the first one. If you really look at the screenplay and analyze it, it's like revisiting a lot of ideas from the first one and sort of putting a different spin on it. It's not bad, but I still think that the first one, maybe on a production level, it's not the way the second one is. Obviously, the budget is smaller, and that's a big difference visually when you look at the second one. Production, number 2 is way better. Story-wise, number 1. Still will say that The first one
Well,
is the better one.
number one was a sci-fi horror, wasn't it? The
I
first
love it.
one.
That's exactly what
Yeah.
I want.
Yeah.
I, that,
And the
if you-
second one was an action thriller, wasn't it?
well,
So,
fine, and that's fine. But the first one, I thought that it just did the perfect mix, and the whole idea there with Kyle Reese, and then at the end, and with the picture and all that stuff, it's almost just perfect as a standalone movie. But if ever to insist on making a sequel, I will say that uh, Terminator 2 justifies the fact that there's a sequel because it's such a good movie, so I'll let it slide. But in most cases, you don't even need a sequel. And that's why all the other movies have been, as you like to say, shit, because they barely were able to squeeze that second one out there, and only Cameron in his prime could do it. Now, Cameron, where he's at now, he's not going to bring something that's that brilliant again.
You forgot that Cameron signed a contract with the devil. That's why no matter how bland his films is, it's going to make money anyway. Look at
Yeah.
Avatar, for God's sakes.
No, I absolutely agree. Terminator 1 is far superior, but T2 was a really fun, well-made movie, and it has some memorable moments. But as a standalone thing, it doesn't have the originality, obviously, and the coherence of the first one.
Well, it had groundbreaking effects in that second
Yeah,
one.
I feel the same about Alien, actually, too. I mean, I loved Aliens, but it doesn't hold a candle to the original.
I think Aliens is special edition is out this week. I think it's this week.
Oh, and
in the UK at Cineworld.
Oh, and I think Sarah Connor is a large reason why people love T2 so much. So that totally contradicts, what Hollywood will tell you, that people don't like women and they can't lead an action film and blah, 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 blah. I think she's the reason that T2 is so beloved.
I always liked her. I think that she had kind of a unique vibe. I liked her with the big 80s hair in the first one, and I liked her as the kind of more action lady in the second one. I liked both versions of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't really dug any subsequent ones, though.
No, nothing really after Terminator 2 is worth people's time. Terminator 3, in my opinion, I know some people will disagree, I thought was kind of an embarrassment. The only one out of those movies that is mildly tolerable was that one with Christian Bale. I can't even now remember the name of it. Salvation. So that one, I wouldn't say it's good, and it's not as good as like the first and second movie, but it's okay. It's like it's unnecessary, and if I never watched it, that would be fine. But I watched it, and I didn't hate it while watching it, even though I thought it was just okay. But that's the best thing I can say after Terminator 2. Terminator 3 just annoyed me. The whole recasting of Edward Furlong already was a bummer, and then they're like, oh no, now it's changed again. Now again there's a thing. Now again you can go fuck yourself. I already watched 2 movies. Every time they're like, now really the Judgment Day is coming. No, now you're out of ideas.
Edward Furlong was on drugs, wasn't he? He was really.
I don't care. Roll him out of it. Bring him out of rehab. Bring him out of rehab. Put a lapel mic on him and have him act his scenes out.
What was that cringy line?
Up, I think. Well, sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
What was the cringy line? Linda Hamilton said something like, "He only cares about your womb" or something.
Oh, in the last one. The last one.
Horrible,
terrible,
horrible dialogue.
That was so embarrassing. All the movies are so embarrassing after Salvation, I guess. All the movies are super embarrassing, and Salvation is mediocre, and 3 is kind of crappy.
Yeah, didn't Salvation, they changed Skynet's name to some Nemesis or something? We couldn't tell that
Legion.
was Skynet. Legion. Okay. That was sneaky.
Okay.
Yes. The only interesting that to come out of that whole Salvation is the tape behind the scenes of Christian Bale getting upset at the sound man. That's the most interesting thing that happened with that movie.
That was pretty epic.
Them on him and Tom Cruise on a CD for us, shouldn't they? Put those 2 things on. Yeah, quite funny.
Okay, shall we move on?
Yes, but one final thing that a lot of times I just think to myself when something happens, I go, in my head, I hear, "Good for you." I hear that from the tape. It's still stuck in my mind. I don't know why.
Did that sound man ever work again? Was he blacklisted? Yeah, I want to know what happened to him.
I think he said that they actually made up afterwards. I don't know if he worked again. I feel like after that, probably never left his home. But no, I
Yeah.
think that once he said that they made up afterwards, that he said he was sorry, Christian Bale, or something. I don't know.
Are you
Okay.
sure they didn't say they made out after that?
I don't think so.
Let's move on.
What's this?
The Conjuring Last Rites already
Oh.
crossed $350 million
Mm.
globally. Budget was 55. That's a horror film, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
the fifth.
Mhm.
Is it the fifth in the installment? I think
That's doing
number
very,
five?
very well, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you come out the gate and more than double what your Thursday prediction for gross was, like, I can't wait for this thing to beat Fantastic Four. That's just
Yeah.
Horror's doing very well at the moment.
Apparently, it's based on a true story. What they
Right.
did do that with this, don't they? Always get a true story and then have those characters in that true story, don't they?
And isn't this like the 11th film in the Conjuring verse?
I think it's the
cinematic
fifth.
year?
Is it the fifth? Fifth
No,
film?
it's like the fourth Conjuring film, but there's like
Oh.
a cinematic universe where other films are all like. That's pretty amazing that it's still doing that well
Hmm.
after all those other movies.
I have a confession. I don't think I've seen even one of these movies.
They're good. They're good. They're only entertaining films. They are. So, yeah, entertaining.
Okay, then. Next.
Oh God.
James Gunn says the tone of Man of Tomorrow will be slightly tonally different than Superman. Superman is more comic
fuck off.
booky in. Okay.
Fuck off. Move along.
I love the way-
It almost seems like he heard that his movie was goofy and stupid, and now he's trying to present that this other one is going to be different.
I was so cringy when he's saying that stuff to Lex. I just felt like throwing something at the screen. It was so badly written.
Was that after the fifth time?
Well, for the first time, I think it
Oh,
was.
dear.
I just cringed while he was saying all those words. Who wrote this script? Some idiot. And then I realized it was Gunn that wrote it.
I love the way he
Wow.
keeps making public statements as if anybody gives a shit.
Yeah. This film's gonna flop big time. The first one did. This one's gonna be even worse. I
Yeah, but
reckon.
Supergirl's gonna bomb like Jennifer Lopez's world tour first.
Okay, that's not good though, is it? Okay,
Mm.
shall we? Have I got the right slide? Bear with me.
Hey, Edward
On this-
Wood.
EY Woo Woo. On this day in 1985, the first episode of The Equalizer starring EY Woo Woo in the lead role was broadcast in America on CBS. The Equalizer would be broadcast in the UK with the first episode in October 1986.
And do you know what killed the show? Murder She Wrote. Killed the show. They prefer to put money into Murder She Wrote, so that's why Equalizer stopped.
You know, the
They didn't have enough
Equalizer.
money.
It wasn't. I liked it. I watched it as a kid, and I liked it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was as easy of a sell. I don't know that everybody kind of connected with it, and it took me a minute to started getting interested in it as a kid, I guess.
It worked for me because I love the idea that there's this man who will help anyone and he doesn't even charge. Yeah, my favorite episode. I've got two favorite episodes. My favorite episode is the one where it starts off with this Chinese couple, Chinese woman with two kids, and these people come out of the car and they steal the kid, right? And then obviously she's looking after some rich guy's kid, and then you find out that they stole the wrong kid. They stole her kid, and the rich kid, they didn't, right? So they made a mistake. Nobody would help her. Only McCall would help her. Do you know what I mean? And he gets her kid back. So there you go. I love that stuff. I think it's great.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
odds are against him, but it's terrific. Absolutely terrific.
I didn't say that. I like the show. I'm saying that
Yeah.
initially, when I first saw like one episode of it, I wasn't sure if I liked it, but
Yeah.
then I watched a few more, and as a kid, I'm just like, okay, I kind of like this. But I don't think it was as popular, especially outside of the UK. I don't know if maybe in the UK it was very
No, it
popular.
was. It was over here. It was quite popular. It, again, right? It's the idea that someone would that had the the skills, his skills, would go out of his way to help you, because he was trying to redeem himself, wasn't he? Because he did so much bad stuff when he was with the CIA. And he
Right.
quit. He was trying to
I
redeem
like
himself.
the intro. I like the theme
Yeah.
song, the
Yeah.
music. I still remembered it was this kind of
Yeah,
cool,
Stuart Copeland.
full on 80s kind of synth intro, but it
Yeah.
had this kind of dramatic opening. And then I like him standing next to his car in the smoke, like
Yeah.
you see here. It's all great. I don't know why. It's very 80s. And I even like that Johnny Lawrence was his son.
Yes.
It was,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, it is. Honestly, it's. I mean, I was a huge fan. Season 1 and 2, I loved. Season
Yeah,
3,
really
I
good.
didn't like. I think it died at season 4 because he was getting older and older, and you know what I mean. And he wasn't moving as fast as well. But the first 2 seasons were absolutely terrific. You know, who could not like a show where the villains get it all the time? But McCall,
I want to shout out to our boy Keith Zarabanka, who not only was very good in the show, he's quite the audiobook narrator. I love listening to his narrations on books. So.
Do you know how they got Edward Woodward? So basically, the 2 American producers was looking for someone to play the main character, and one day they were in a hotel room and they were watching. I think it was not CBS.
Callan. Was it Callan?
Yeah, it was Callan that came on, and we are like, let's get that guy, not realizing that Callan was shot in the 70s. So when he turned up, they were like, okay.
But it's funny that they still took him, even though he was
yeah, they did.
older.
Yeah, they took him. Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
the show was well thought out, and the kind of the punishment or the solutions always seemed to fit the crime. I mean, the writing.
Yeah.
It wasn't perfectly executed, but really the ideas behind the show were pretty solid.
But he brought the gravitas to it. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
It went. If it was any other actor trying to do that, I don't think it would have worked. But his forcefulness and his I just think he's a great actor, and that's what made the show work. Because it's a silly premise, right? But he made it work, in my opinion.
He did.
Yeah. Well, that's why the Denzel movies succeeded as well. He brought the gravitas.
Yep.
Okay, let's move on then. Hopefully I get the right slide. Here we go. We'll quickly cover this.
Oof.
Yeah, Kimmel cancelled.
Good.
Thoughts?
Well,
is it?
His show is not actually canceled. It's still technically on some sort of hiatus. It's on hold. It's not being aired for the time being. So everyone who's been screaming and yelling about him being fired for his free speech, he has not, at least to this moment, been fired. His show is just on hold. And the story has come out. The story of what happened behind the scenes has come out. And anyone who actually reads it cannot deny the truth.
What happened?
What happened? First of all, Monday night, he came out and during his monologue, he attacked.
Yeah, I know that.
He attacked MAGA. The next night, he came out and he made the statement that ended up getting his show put on hiatus. Is when he said that the shooter was, he said essentially it's everything. Everyone's trying to deny that it's MAGA, right? So that was what happened. So now everyone started freaking out. Everyone started saying, "Oh, the FCC is having him taken off. Trump is having him taken off. Whatever." It's ridiculous. No, both Nexstar and then Sinclair came to ABC and said, "We are not going to air this show. We are getting hell from our own viewers. We're not going to show this show anymore."
Oh, is that what it was? Oh.
And then they went, the heads at ABC and Bob Iger went to Kimmel and said, "We need to bring down the temperature. You need to apologize, or at the very least, you need to stop talking about MAGA. You need to drop this." And he promised that when he went on to the show that day, on Wednesday, he was going to do even more. He was going to double down and he was going to attack MAGA even more. And so they had no choice. He was not going to calm it down. He was not going to, cool his rhetoric a little bit. He was going to bring it up even more. And so they said, okay, fine.
Well, he's a
Where your
comedian,
show's
though,
taken-
isn't he? He's a comedian, though, isn't he? Supposed to be edgy.
No, it's
mean-
not. That's not what he was doing. He was literally spouting lies about
was
the whole
lying, yes.
situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a joke. He tried to make it into a joke, but
Oh,
it was a
okay.
lie. So
That's what a
There you
lot of the
go.
people on the left have tried to make it out as, that, oh, well, he was telling a joke. He was joking about Trump. He did tell a joke about Trump. Immediately after, he lied through his teeth about what is known about the motivations for the shooter.
Okay.
Now,
So that's the problem. It's not that he's joking about Trump. He's been doing that for years. It was what he had said now multiple times about the shooter being MAGA, which is far from the truth.
Okay.
now this is from Disney directly. They said, an insider said to CNN, if Jimmy went on the air, there would have been no way back from that monologue for him. The source said, we didn't want that. Everyone deeply values him and wants him to come back, but he has to take the temperature down.
Yep.
Then on Thursday, CNN stealth edited the article, removing the first half. So it totally mischaracterized what actually happened. But the decision to suspend Kimmel's show was made by Iger and Dana Walden
Dana
in the
Walden.
hopes
Yep.
of protecting Kimmel
Salvaging
brand
his show.
from
Yes.
accelerating the controversy. And here's the thing. Nexstar, they just wanted an apology, but Sinclair said that's not enough. We are not going to bring him back unless he has to make a personal apology and a donation to Turning Point USA. And it sounds like Sinclair's just done.
But so far the inside scoop is that he has blatantly refused any kind of apology. He says that's not an option. He will not apologize. And so they're at a stalemate. And so
That's not
even
good,
though,
is it?
yes, this at this time he's just on hiatus, it sounds like it's probably going to be permanent, because they're not going to let him back on the air if he's not going to bring the temperature down.
he's probably
Yeah.
he's made millions,
No.
hasn't he?
Yeah, he
So,
probably doesn't care, to be
Yeah.
honest.
yeah.
But, in some sense, man, this is all show. We're getting played. All of this stuff is just a way to distract from the narrative of what happened to Charlie Kirk. They're
Okay.
just trying to, move the new, like even with the whole "We Are Jimmy Kimmel" shirts and cheers and shouts.
Yeah, worn by 16
Yeah.
people standing
This-
outside.
This is all performance. This is all theater.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
ridiculous.
understand, right? I really don't understand, right? You can tell that the right is right because they're called the right. That's right.
Listen,
Just saying.
the funny thing is that nobody was watching the show, and then out of thin air, all these people come and complaining. It's like you weren't watching them either.
Yeah, you were watching
Absolutely.
this.
The Critical Drinker has more people watching his show than on
Yeah.
YouTube than these guys have.
Yeah, it's true. Absolutely true. So, anyway, here's hoping he stays off the air, I guess, for the crap that he's been saying. Look, I'm not right. I'm not left. I'm not in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm just a human being that wants, good stuff for the world. That's all.
Okay,
And,
somebody said protest. Anybody see this? A protester outside Disney lot today after the studio suspended Jimmy Kimmel. Did you even watch Andor? That's funny as that.
Mhm.
That's funny as that.
Oh, I can't wait to see the shirts. We are Cassian Andor.
What a load of shit.
Okay, let's move on.
Move along. Oh, hello. Is it Shooty?
This one's courtesy of Gavin Blackburn.
Oh, right, okay. Is it Greta?
How dare you!
Courtesy, I completely missed this, but Gavin sent me this. Breaking Greta was literally kicked off the lead flotilla boat on the way to by her own crew. Is that true?
Hey, how did her hair grow back so quick? What happened to the He-Man?
Don't know.
Is that a
Don't
wig?
know.
Oh.
Don't
Listen,
know.
This is just beautiful. Another example of the left eating their own. I just love it.
Who cares? She's trying to get a lot of attention.
Well-
This might be an old picture. You never know.
The people on the boat seem to care, and good on them.
Is it true? I don't know if it's true, but I assume it is.
Who
It's the
knows?
internet. Okay. Okay, that's
yeah,
great.
that picture's made up. She was though thrown off of the lead ship. She's basically been said she's going to be
Damn.
removed from leadership from their little whatever
Oh.
communist committee or whatever that's running this flotilla.
Is she still on the flotilla, but a boat in the back, or did they send her home?
As far as
Are
I
you
know,
serious?
she's still part of the flotilla, but she's been removed from part of the leadership.
Leadership.
Of the. Yeah,
I didn't know
I'm
she had such a strong leadership role on this, like in this sailboat with like a few bags of rice. Was she like commanding the rice or something?
climate activist Greta Thunberg removed from the Global Samud Flotilla's steering committee last week, and the mission spokesperson left the Gaza-bound vessels amid a reorientation of communication priorities.
I'm just
That's
hoping
from
she
Story
still
Hour.
makes it to Gaza. I really want her to be able to visit.
On that bombshell.
So she may not be on the vessels at all anymore.
And finally,
Okay, we'll just quickly do this. This was going on today before we came on. Probably still going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
course.
remembering Charlie Kirk.
From the guy they're saying wasn't important enough to be missed, or
Yeah, the
the-
stadium was completely packed.
A larger
In-
memorial than seen for Martin Luther King or for, for John F. Kennedy. I mean, it's enormous. It's absolutely enormous. There's this one stadium. They have a whole second stadium for overflow.
yeah, and
That's
there are
how
events
big
like,
this is.
and there are events like this going all over the world. In other
Yes.
countries, they're having gigantic memorials as well.
And, you know,
it's
it's-
very Christian
It was.
based. Yeah, based thing.
Yep. As
He-
he and his wife would have wanted. Yeah.
People are stopping being ashamed of being Christian, and they're tired and fed up with having to be quiet about it, and they're starting to be they're starting to be inspired to come out and say it.
Go on, Ian.
That's
Say
great.
it.
No, I don't
Go
think
on.
I'll say it on this occasion.
No, I hear what you're saying, and it is. These people are attacking Christian faith, and it's good.
Yeah.
It's good that people have come out.
Yeah, something they would never do to the other major religion, right? But it reminds me of the immortal words of Emmanuel Zorg. Never be ashamed of who you are.
Yeah.
And on that
Definitely not.
bombshell,
Boom.
that's it.
300. The 300.
That's it, folks. Chat, you are wonderful. Thank you for the interaction, the super chats, the member chats. What can I say? 300. Well, 300
Yeah.
episodes. It wasn't actually Musings 300, but it's just episode 300 of what we've done over the years. So, chat, you are wonderful. We will see you next time. Let's get the guests up.
Boom.
Kung Fu Hot Dog. Cheers, friend. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Oh. Mega Geek. Cheers, Ian.
No worries.
Price of Reason. Cheers.
Cheers.
Prof. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk.
And Mr. Phobos. Charles.
Absolutely. Thank you and cheers, and rest in peace, Charlie.
See, I'm going to say this. Yeah, Amelia Bedelia Ranch. Oh, Amelia. This was frustrating, Night You Beauties. All the shite that's going on is just frustrating, isn't it? Just
Certainly is.
I'm so tired of hearing politicians and news
same
people
bollocks.
say bullshit about Charlie, where if you listen to him for 5 minutes, you would know that's not true.
But anyway, Wayfarer is doing his gig. I think they're talking. Is it
Babylon
true?
5.
Babylon 5, yes.
Yes, indeed.
It's going to do an auto direct. Oh, I left the poll. I'm going to leave it running. Shall I do the poll? It's going to take a few minutes for me for the window to. We'll just
What's
leave
the
it.
poll? What's the poll? What was it?
Kimmel, yes or no? Was it right?
Don't forget to get in a fight in the comments section after a couple of days.
Okay, what's the score at the moment? Because I'm gonna have to open Windows.
Hold on, I can tell you real quick.
If it's stupid o'clock with the numbers.
81% yes.
Well, there you go. That's the answer, then, folks.
Yep, 19%.
How many have voted?
Oh, it doesn't say, does it?
Okay.
All right.
104.
104, yeah.
Okay. So here you go. I completely forgot. Sorry, folks. There you go. Gavin Blackburn, 81% say yes. Okay.
That's 80-20, like everything else that's been happening in the world. It's been a solid 80-20.
And topic for the fight in the chat. I don't know. Just anything. I'm easy. I'm easy today. Okay. I think that's it, folks. I don't know if B-Sup's on tomorrow.
No, they were taking 2 weeks, right?
Okay. Yeah, because I put invites out today and just nobody's available. That is it, folks. We're back Wednesday doing TBA. Probably going to be movies from 72.
2?
Okay. That is it, folks. So if we don't see you during the week, have a great week, everybody. We're back next week. Take care, everybody. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.